You are now rocking with the hottest boxing podcast in the land with your host, Coach Malachi Williams.
True.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Yeah. What's up, family? This is our boy, Coach Malachi, in the building. And we're back. Two Media Podcast. We back up in this bitch. We are back up in this BIBI. Want y'all to do me a favor. Y'all share this show. Send this show out to a lot of people. Let everybody know that we're here. Hit the like button. Share this show. I can promise you one thing. This shit here gonna be a classic. True. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Let me see something. Let me do this. Hold on. Got to put the poll up. You did? Hit that right there. All right, cool. I had to put the poll up. My bad. I had to put the poll up. I had to put the like button poll up. Y'all know how we do it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all share the show, man. This shit right here, boy. You know what I mean? And I ain't smoking nothing. I ain't smoking nothing. You get what I'm saying? I ain't smoking nothing. I mean, well, that ain't true. I smoked a little something I got from a homeboy. And that shit ain't hitting, dog. That shit ain't hitting. I gotta let her know. I'm like, look here, baby boy. That shit, and I normally don't do that. You know what I mean? But, it ain't hitting, bro. Shit ain't hitting. That just like I ain't smoked nothing. It ain't hitting at all. I promise you that. It ain't hitting at all. That shit didn't even hit in the bone. So, if it ain't hitting the bone, it ain't hitting. And I think probably what it is I'm so used to smoking high grade stuff that anything less than what I've been smoking, it ain't gonna do nothing for me. I smoke high grade shit. You get what I'm saying? My shit come with instructions. So, I gave my homeboy a shot, but that's my last time. We still homeboys. I just can't, Anyway, shout out to H-Town T. H-Town T, what's going on, baby boy? What's happening, fam? Hey, H-Town T, I told you, baby boy, that I got that from my homeboy, old school homeboy of mine named Outlaw. And so when I was growing up, a lot of people who I grew up around, you know what I mean? Like my OGs was like 7, 8 years older than me. They was born in the 60s. So I came up around dudes who was born in the 60s. So, the older cats and, a lot of these dudes was funnier than the mug. A lot of them was funnier than the mug, you know what I mean? So, hey, man, shout out to Lonnie, man. Shout out to the Prince, Green Eyes P. Shout out to Jamie, G5 from the Bronx. G5, what's going on? G5 the Capo, what's going on, fam? Daniel. Hey, what's up? Did they change the names back again? Oh, man, look like they messing with the names again, fam. They doing that with the names again, fam? Yeah, that's what it look like, dog. Damn shit, man. Shout out to Mika. Are they messing with the names again, fam? Why the names look different? Yeah, Green Eye said, yep. Man, I'm trying to tell you, man. Laylo say, can't be out here smoking mids, coach. You know what that shit is? Nah, see, in Tampa, in this city, they smoke bulb. They smoke bulb. I can't smoke that shit. That's probably what that shit was. He had bulb. I'm like, I can't smoke that shit. That bulb like Tampa, they like bulb. That bulb shit weak. I can't smoke that shit. That shit trash. But everybody tell me that's what they like to smoke. But I'm probably like me. I smoke that high grade shit. It's za. I'm smoking straight Za. I don't smoke nothing less than Za. And then now, as I said before, my shit either dispensary or medical. If it ain't dispensary or medical, the shit they got on the street, I can't fuck with that street shit, bro. Motherfucker, they smoke that bulb here in Tampa. That shit trash. Everybody in Tampa like that shit. I ain't gonna say everybody, cause one of my homeboys, he don't like it. But yeah, they love that shit here. I'm like, man, this shit trash.
True.
They don't travel. They stay right here in this city. They don't travel. They don't go outside other places and get other shit. I'm like, man, that shit in Tampa trash, bro. This shit trash. Tampa ain't got no good weed. And bulb trash. I can't smoke. I'm saying me. I can't smoke it. You know what I mean? To my other homeboy, they love it, but I can't smoke that shit, man. I gotta smoke a whole ounce just to get high on that shit. Anyways, shout out to round one. He said I still get it from the street, coach. L paying $7 in taxes for weed. Yeah, me. It's about the quality. It's about the quality. It's about the quality, fam. It's the quality. I don't worry about the price. I look at the quality. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, it's about the quality. Anyway, let's get into the show. Oh, we got a good one today. And I've been keeping my ears to these YouTube streets, to the social media streets, Twitter and Instagram and I told you guys I'm a part of different Facebook groups. I'm a part of different Facebook boxing groups. I'm a part of different Reddit boxing groups. I see what's going on X. I just be watching a lot of shit on X. You get what I'm saying? I ain't, you know what I mean? I just be watching on X. And then a lot of shit on Instagram, a lot of memes that's out there. And one thing I say about social media, boy, social media is Lord have mercy.
True.
Well, Lord have mercy. Bro, let me tell you something, baby boy. Baby boy, let me tell you something. Yeah, man, that shit right there. That shit right there, bro. I'm like, let me call this right here. I had to close. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, man, hey, shout out to Brandon. Brandon, what's going on? She said, where them fans at? Hey, hold on, Brandon, hold on. My sister. Now, this is what y'all got to do today, right? There's a 5-letter word that's being used in boxing a lot. And several boxers have used it in the past. But as of most recently of this era, you hear that 5-letter word a lot. And when it comes to certain boxing fans of certain fighters, they use this 5-letter word. And when it comes to certain fighters, they use this 5-letter word. And that 5-letter word is levels. You get what I'm saying? Every time I hear a sapsucker online, I hear the word levels. This past weekend, Eddie the Hitman Hearn spoke about his client, Jaron Boots Ennis, Philadelphia's prodigal son, so to speak. Gillian Wallow's best friend. Meek Mill's cousin-in-law. And when they speak of this guy and other fighters like Virgil Ortiz and the Canelos and the Crawfords and the Usyks and the Nuways and other fighters, Oscar De La Hoya used that word, the 5-letter word levels. You know what I mean? He say 6 letters. Okay, all right. What I said 5. All right, my bad. I said my bad. I said with a 6 letters. My bad. I guess I'm kind of high on that mid.
True.
I meant to say level, but levels. Y'all get what I'm saying? Levels, plural, right? Sorry about that. You good looking out, y'all. I'm spelling off today. But they say levels, right? The 6-letter word, levels. And I'm always hearing these words every time I turn around. I heard Eddie Hearn talk about levels, and I heard Jaron Boots Ennis, my client, talk about levels. I am here to defend Jaron Boots Ennis today. And it is my hope today, after this show, that everybody will eventually be on my side. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I've been seeing a lot of stuff about you know, people online, you know, y'all been hard on Boots, boy. Y'all been hard. Y'all been beating Boots down.
True.
And I gotta defend him because people out of Philadelphia are doing a terrible job defending them. I'm like, how you from Philly and you got a fighter that's from Philly and y'all can't even defend him? You would think that there would be some type of lawyer or attorney or law office in the state of Pennsylvania that can do a phenomenal job in defending Jaron Boots Ennis. So I've been looking over the past few days. I say, man, ain't nobody came out the woodworks. So I said, you know what? I could do a better job than any nigga from Philly because, you know, apparently Philly ain't got nothing to produce that could defend Boots. So I'm a defender. You know what I mean? He hired an attorney out of the state of Pennsylvania and from the state of Florida because the Pennsylvania attorneys are doing a terrible job.
To this day.
Those are the facts.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
So I'm going to defend him today. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to defend him today, right? And I'm hopefully when I finish, you know what I mean? You guys will be on my side. Will agree with me, right? Boots Ennis dominates Lima in less than 2 minutes. Shows there's levels to this. You know what I mean? Levels, right? The word levels. There go that word again, levels. You get what I'm saying? You know, shows there's levels to this. Now, of course, as the great Edgar Berlanga would say when he spoke to Hamza Shiraz, he told Hamza Shiraz, there's levels to this. You know, there's levels. You get what I'm saying? The great Edgar Berlanga said that. Shout out to Edgar Berlanga.
True.
Better known as the Puerto Rican assassin. Better known as the Puerto Rican assassin. Better known. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, listen, special guest. I got Jalil Hackett coming on the show, and we have Brian Norman Sr. coming on the show. And the reason why I specifically wanted Jalil Hackett to come on the show, because Jalil Hackett was the one that told us that Lima-Bean was a tomato can. He said, look, yo, man, when I first moved up to 154 pounds, I wasn't even thinking about Elijah Vines. I wanted to fight, Uisma Lima-Bean. He said he called Eddie the Hitman Hearn and say, look here, baby boy, check it out though, right? Now that I'm moving up to 154, I just want to get a belt, any kind of belt. I don't care what kind of belt it is. Cause Hackett ain't got but 11 fights. So he's still a prospect coming up, right? So he's like, look, I just any kind of belt, right? So he found somebody from Germany by the name of Uisma Lima-Bean. So Jalil was like, look here, man. There's a dude named Lima-Bean over there in Germany. He got an IBO belt. Hey, look here, man. I want to wallow with him. Let me squabble with him first. Let me wallow with him. You get what I'm saying? Give me something to do. I'll fight him. You know, if I got to go to Germany, I'll fight the motherfucker in Germany. It don't matter. I'll whoop his ass anyway. You look here, man. Look here. The man asked, let me go ahead and fight him and get that belt off of him. Now, sources say, Eddie the Hitman Hearn, and I'm going to confirm this with Jalil, told Jalil, look here, baby boy, check it out, though. That dude right there, that belt ain't even worth fighting for. Fighting for that belt is a waste of your time. There's better things. We got better plans for you. That's going to be a lot more profitable and better in hindsight of things when it comes to your future. Don't worry about him, baby boy. Well, he ain't nothing to even worry about. Right? Next thing you know, that Uisma Lima-Bean is the next opponent for Jaron Boots Ennis.
True.
So there's a conspiracy going on that Eddie the Hitman Hearn, once he got wind of who Lima-Bean was through Jalil Hackett, he decided to save that can in the cut for Boots. I am here to defend Boots, to refute all claims, all criticism that anybody in the chat or outside of the chat, anybody on Reddit, Facebook, boxing groups, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube would have to say.
True.
Anyway, let's get into the show. We're dealing with the word levels. I said it was a 5-letter word. Level is a 5-letter word. Levels is a 6-letter word. So it is what it is, right? My bad. Yeah, I ain't got but a GED.
To this day.
Anyways, Boots Ennis dominates Lima-Bean in less than 2 minutes. In the aftermath of Jaron Boots Ennis' destruction of Uisma Lima-Bean, fans have had a lot to say. Uisma Lima-Bean started boxing at the tender age of 18 years old. He turned pro at 19 years old. You know what I mean? Did he turn pro at 19? Let me see. Hold on. No, he didn't turn pro at 19. Let me see something. They say he started boxing at 18. I don't know exactly how old he was when he turned pro. Let me take that back. But he started boxing in 2019. I don't know how old he was. So let me take the age thing back. But from what I'm hearing, he started boxing at 18. He turned pro in 2019. So the man has been boxing for 6 years as a pro. You can't make this up. True. So that was supposed to be the fight for Jalil Hackett, but it got snatched from under his feet, fam. The rug was pulled from under Jalil's feet, and the wool was pulled over his eyes. We need to find out who told him, look here, baby boy, check it out. Don't even waste your time with Lima-Bean. We ain't even worried about that belt. That belt ain't even worth your time. How was the belt not worth Jalil Hackett's time, but it's worth Jaron Boots Ennis' time? That's what we need. That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 million question. Anyways, but I'm here to defend Boots because y'all niggas in Philly is doing a terrible job. I'm gonna show y'all how y'all supposed to do it. This your boy. Y'all got to do a better job, fam. Anyways. Based on that, what I just said, fans are saying that Lima-Bean never should have been in the ring with Boots. Last Tuesday on this show, Jalil Hackett told me in front of this wonderful audience that Boots would knock Lima-Bean out in 2 rounds. He said that, man, this dude is trash. He ain't got nothing. He ain't nowhere near on Boots level. He said, I've been in the ring with Boots sparring, and we don't have several sparring sessions. And I'm telling you that this dude, Lima-Bean, he say, man, look, man, that's the dude I call Eddie about. Look here, baby boy, I want to fight him next. Just I'm moving up. And that was shot down. That was shot down, right? You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Jalil also revealed, as I said before, he tried to fight doggone Lima-Bean before Eddie Hearn fed him to Jaron Boots Ennis. Now, fans from all over the world are destroying Boots for beating up yet another cab driver in Philly. True. Now, I'm not saying Lima-Bean a cab driver. Lima-Bean is a world champion. Lima-Bean was he was the IBO world champion. He was ranked in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. Now, we all know how that worked, but that's neither here nor there. That's the oldest trick in the book. When he was ranked in the top 10, oh, nigga, shit, I can get ranked in the top 10. Shit, CJ from the 504 can get ranked in the top 10. Savage Sirs can get ranked in the top 10. Miss Carter can get ranked in the top 10. Shit, anybody can get ranked in the top 10. My rabbit Hippity, he ranked in the top 10. My daughter's dog Cookie, she ranked in the top 10. Nigga, what's new? True. We know how the ranking system works. Listen, check this out. I remember when I had Mama Hofield bitch ass on here. She was on here. And then I had Rick Gage on here as well. And I had asked them a question about the sanctioning bodies. And they got mad at me and argued me up and down that that's not how it works. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nigga, please. I told both of them, Mama Ho and Rick, I said, look, man, we know how to sanction the body work, man. You can pay a nigga a couple dollars and I can get anybody in the top 10. Rick Glader said, you know, it used to be like that. It used to be like that, but it's not like that anymore today. That's not true. And I knew I was right because he got too offended about it. I said, why is he so offended about me saying this? Because Rick said it with his chest. I said, oh, I know what it is, because Rick, Rick a broker, and he don't want everybody to know, the scam that's going on. He don't want nobody to know the scam, so he got upset. And then Mama Ho was like, what do you mean? My son has fought all of the tough competition. Look at the ranking system. That guy he fought was in the top 10. And I'm like, man, look, man, you can move people up and down in the top 10. You can pull them in and pull them out. You know how that shit work in the sanctioned body. That's not true. Stop it. Don't say that. Your platform is too big. You're spreading misinformation. I say, hey, I'm not spreading misinformation. Nigga, don't tell me about how the ranking system work. Nigga, I can get a whole can of cheese, pork chop willing, shot of big nuts, Chico stick, and hobo Sam in there right now.
True.
Shit, nigga, don't try to tell me. Gonna look at me like I got 9 heads. Nigga, I ain't got 9 heads. I got one. I know what the hell I'm talking about. And I know, you know how I knew what I was talking about, CJ? Because they got too offended. You can tell when you always telling the truth on the situation. When a motherfucker get very offended, when they get too offended, they're like, damn, why the motherfucker so offended? Why he so mad? Motherfucker 38 hot. This motherfucker right here, 38 hot, man. You know, all I said was we know how it worked. Hey, shout out to Jess. What you say? Yeah, we back. Yeah, we be out. Yeah, man, you two tripping, man. It ain't got nothing to do with me. I ain't do it. You did, but that's okay. I know who everybody. Shout out to all of Jessica. I remember everybody's name anyways. It is what it is. Now, personally, I knew that Boots would make easy work of this guy. You guys remember my prediction. I called him Lima-Bean for a reason. Wasn't nobody on YouTube called this man a Lima-Bean but me. Why? Now people are saying Lima-Bean now. They finally don't call on. Why you think I called him Lima-Bean? Wait, Lima-Bean is synonymous for tomato can. Lima-Bean is synonymous for bum. Lima-Bean is synonymous for cherry pick. It all mean the same thing.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches. Find another bomb.
It all mean the same thing. Y'all know me. I keep nicknames. I keep a nickname. You know, I listen. I'm the king of nicknames. I come up with nicknames like it ain't nothing. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, as I said before, what I didn't foresee was the backlash. Some fans are saying the matchmaking by Eddie Hearn is atrocious. You know what's so funny about this shit? It was when my client Boots stopped Lima-Bean, Eddie jumped in the ring. Eddie act like he knocked out Clubber Lang or somebody.
But this bomb is taking the easy matches. Find another bomb.
The excitement on Eddie Hearn's face was he jumped in that motherfucker. He jumped to that motherfucker like that. Hey, I'll go back and look at that. The man jumped in the way Eddie Hearn jumped in the ring. The man jumped in the ring like his team won the Super Bowl or something. Yeah, nigga, we won the Super Bowl. Did you see what he did? Did you see what he did to that tough competitor, that former champion? Nigga, Eddie had a serious look on his face. And listen, I say Eddie be telling these lies with a straight face. I say, damn, I don't know how he do it. This motherfucker good. Hey, Miss Cotty. Miss Cotty, I was like, damn, he said that shit with a straight face too. Like I almost believed him. I said, I almost believed him. I'm like, God damn, for real? Damn, Eddie might be on to something. Then I realized it's coming from Eddie the Hitman Hearn's mouth. Anyways, me personally, right, as I said before, I want to give Boots some wiggle room on this one. On this fight, I want to give a man some wiggle room. Lima-Bean was the IBO champ. And by Boots beating Lima-Bean, that makes Boots Ennis a 2-division world champion.
True.
He's also a unified champion at 154 pounds. What do you mean, Coach Unified? They fought for the vacant WBA interim title, and then he beat Lima-Bean for the IBO championship belt. So he's a unified champion at 154.
True.
I would think that a lot of these people from Philly would be talking about that, but they're not. So since they're not talking about it, it's up to me to talk about it because I got to show these motherfuckers from Philly how to defend their boy. Today's show was sponsored by Foster's Barbershop. If you're in the city of Tampa, download the app Booksy. That's BOOKSY. Foster's Barbershop. Look up Foster's Barbershop. Book an appointment. Let them know that Coach Malachi sent you, and you will receive a 10% discount. Also, if you want to rent the venue in order to throw an event, we have a tiki hut in the back. Along with the tiki bar. You can throw parties back there, festivities and all that stuff there. Do whatever you need to do. You know what I mean? For you and your family reunions or whatever. It's there all in the shop. Just let them know that I sent you, and you will receive a 10% discount. Foster's Barbershop is located at 1923 West Main Street, West Tampa, Florida, 33607. Let's give our sponsor, Foster, a round of applause. Yeah. Yeah. We gonna do that. We gonna do that. But before we get into the show, we gotta say all praises due to the Most High, the Most Exalted, the greatest human being on the planet Earth, and I say that sarcastically, Mr. Al Haymon.
Well, you know, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and sing Al Haymon. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me? I'm about to.
But a name. Do you have a name?
Oh, nah, I ain't got no name, you know.
Name them names, man.
They know who they is.
Name them names, please. The names need to be named.
They know who they is.
The Mexican monster.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. So now y'all know what this means.
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
Now y'all know why Show Enough was upset in this picture. He's nigga, please. This is what Show Enough was talking about. And again, I don't want to throw anybody under the bus. I want to go ahead and, we threw it to open the money log. I'm going to go ahead and drop these receipts because I got some guests I'm going to be calling to come on the show. I got to drop these receipts. But before I do, shout out to the Snow Bunnies.
See your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of free. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I grip out of control.
It's me against the light.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
That's a bit long. With my snow bunny love. Been party about the night.
see your eyes shine, she's my snow bunny, please. In the winter light, so she's my sweet dust of free. Talk to my nose, this love has got it so raw. Make you move, step and I grip out of control.
Bunny love. It's me against the light.
Snow bunny.
Moving on the bar. Everything's alright. Got that smooth soul feel.
No, that's
That's a bit long. With my snow bunny love. Been party about the night.
see your eyes.
And look here, man, as we always do, it's a tradition. Anytime one of the top level fighters beat somebody, make an accomplishment, we do a celebration for them. So right now, the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia is celebrating right now that the prodigal son, Jaron Boots Ennis, has crushed another opponent in the ring. And the crazy part about it, after the fight, there's a video of Boots giving this man a Philly cheesesteak. He gave the nigga. Bro, there's a video. Lima-Bean went to the locker room where Boots at. Boots sitting there smiling, cheesing. He gave the man a gift. He gave him a Philly cheese. He gave him what is the Philly cheesesteak? He gave him a Philly cheesesteak, fam. I ain't never seen that like this. You did good, baby boy, you did good. Here you go, baby boy. Now I know you ain't get paid much. You know you ain't get paid much. Eddie told me he pay you like 15, 20,000. You know, but he put you up in the room for free. We put you in the best hotel the city of Philadelphia has to offer. You ain't have to pay for no food and none of that there, none of that, right? Don't worry about it, baby boy. I got something else for you. Here you go. Whoop a nigga ass and give him some cheese to give him a couple of cheesesteaks. I heard he gave like 2 or 3, something like that. Gave the man a couple of cheese. Man, you can't make this up, fam. These people gonna be playing all in our face. How you gonna play in our face like that and act like we don't know what's going on? But they think we lame and slow. Man, the people lame and slow. They don't know what's going on, dog. They don't know what's going on. This man got paid a cheesesteak, fam. Gave him 2 cheese. Look, see, y'all think I be joking, but I be talking. Yeah, look here, baby boy, we got something for you, dog. Listen, we got a $75 Amazon gift card, 2 cheesesteaks, a whole head cheese sandwich, a pork chop bone, chicken bone soup. We got a Chico stick. We got a 12-pack. We got a 12-pack of Corona. You know what I mean? And and the rest you gonna get on the back end. True. They pay these niggas in cheesesteaks. Eddie Hearn paying these cans of cheesesteak. Yeah, look here, man. Have you ever had a cheesesteak before, Lima-Bean? No, my name ain't Lima-Bean, it's Lima. Yeah, Lima-Bean, Lima, same thing. Have you ever had a cheesesteak before? No, I ain't never had no cheesesteak. Oh my God, it's to die for. You have no idea. I tell you what. This is what we're gonna do. Listen. for you making this trip from Germany to come over here. We didn't mean to fly you from Spirit. I didn't mean to fly you Spirit. Spirit, he took a Spirit. He flew this man Spirit all the way from Germany to America on a Spirit flight. Imagine that. And he wasn't even first class. The man wasn't even first class. He flew the man over here on a Spirit Airlines. He was in coach, flying from Germany to over here to America. The man only payment was 2 whole head cheese sandwiches, a case of Corona, a $75 Amazon gift card, and as a bonus, he got 2 Philly cheesesteaks on the back end.
To this day.
Bro, and they put that on video. Hey, shout out to Grit. They put it on video, fam. That's the crazy part about it. Why would you do that? Now, there's one brother by the name of Blue Blood Sports TV. He calls Jaron Boots Ennis the Phenom. So I say, you know what? The Phenom is short for phenomenal, right? And the Phenom is short for is short for phenomenon, right? Phenomenon, and it's most commonly refers to a person of exceptional talent. He has an exceptional talent. He's exceptionally talented. You get what I'm saying? Including a young one. So he's the young phenom, the prodigal son, the one who is to come, the one that was prophesied to come from the heavens. There was a prophecy, in the boxing Bible. From the boxing God. The boxing God sit down the boxing Bible, and there's a chapter. There's a book. It's called the Book of Boots. And the Book of Boots, verse 1, chapter 17, it states that, before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, I will send one that will come from the midst of the people. And he will be called the Phenom or the Phenomenon. And he would be the one. He would be the one that would take, the American boxing on another level. He would be that one. That's what it said in the book. Sources say. True. That's according to sources. Now, I don't know how true that is now because I ain't read it. But I'm just telling you what the sources say. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, let's go over here because some of y'all is tripping. Some of y'all talking about, hold on, another thing too. Matter of fact, let me read my defense for my client. Let me read my defense for my client. Right now, because these niggas in Philly is doing a terrible job, so I got to do it for them. As of right now, order in the court. You guys in the chat are the jury. You guys in the chat are the jury. There's a judge that's watching as well. But everybody in the chat is the jury, and I'm going to make my case. The government is bringing false charges and allegations. The government of the people of boxing is bringing false charges and allegations against my client, Jaron Boots Ennis. And I am here to defend him because these niggas in Philly is doing a terrible job at doing it. True. My name is Attorney Coach Malachi Williams, and I come from the law offices of Tomato Cans R Us. I am here to defend my client, Jaron Boots Ennis, of these false accusations that the people in the boxing community have bestowed upon my client's name. My client is the pound for pound #1 fighter in waiting, according to Eddie the Hitman Hearn, which is his promoter. He is also known as Roy Jones 2.0, Terrence Crawford 2.0, the second coming of Crawford. You get what I'm saying? And all of those other things. True. My client, Jaron Boots Ennis, is the pound for pound #1 fighter in waiting, according to Eddie the Hitman Hearn. I said that already for the second time. I just want to rub that in your brains, right? He is also a unified champion at 154 pounds, unifying the IBO and the WBA interim titles. That makes him the only unified champion at 154 pounds. He is the Lima-Bean destroyer, the tomato can crusher, and the cherry picker annihilator. That's what Jaron Boots Ennis is. We want all the smoke with the Decepticons, the Autobots, the Lion-O's, the Piccolos, the Vegetas, the Gokus, the Megatrons, and the Optimus Primes. Members of the jury, the people want you to think that Boots only fights tomato cans. This is what the people want you to think. I am here to tell you that this is not the truth. This is not true. You do not get to 35-0 with 31 knockouts fighting tomato cans. Lima-Bean was a champion when my client Jaron Boots Ennis beat him. He was strong with punching power. After the fight, my client gave Lima-Bean 2 Philly cheesesteaks in honor of his warrior spirit. We called out the names after the fight, and we hope that Virgil Ortiz, Bach Ram, Fundor, and the other tomato can from Germany don't duck us. In closing, based on the evidence that I just presented today, I pray to the jury that you will find my client not guilty of being a cherry-picking, tomato can fighting, bomb bashing, resume padding, set up fighting charges. Because they say you only fight set-up fights, right? You know what I mean? We don't do that there. I hope that y'all, based on the evidence that I presented, I hope that y'all found him not guilty. I rest my case.
True.
Yeah, I got to defend him because these dudes ain't doing a good job. Right now, we should be focusing on greatness. We should be focusing on this. Now, let's go over here. Now, y'all know I got receipts now. Do y'all know I got receipts? See, I keep receipts. Now, also, there's somebody on social media that posted this meme. If you can tell me, anybody can lead me to the right direction on the person that posted this meme that I found that was sent to me via Instagram DM. If you can tell me who posted this meme, y'all please let me know so that I can bring this person up on charges. There's a warrant out for this person's arrest. It says the Boots, and I said right here, the Boots disrespect has to stop. It's my job to play cleanup. Somebody posted a meme. It say Jaron Ennis's career be like, and door number 1, tune up. Door number 2, tune up. Door number 3, tune up. And now he's looking for another tune up at door number 4. I am here to refute all of these false accusations against my client. Whoever did this, we need to find them. We need to hunt them down. We need to send ICE to them, the feds, the Department of Homeland Security, whatever, whoever we need to send to them, the CIA, the Mossad, or whatever. We got to send all the proper authorities to find out who made this meme. Right? Right now, and they're showing a meme of Boots. This is supposed to be the Grim Reaper. This all, you know what I mean? This Boots right here. Okay, right here. Let's look at the comments. This guy said, the tune-up champion of the world. And I don't know who this dude is right here. He said Boots is the tune-up champion of the world. Hold on. Let me reshape this so y'all can see it. Let me redo this right quick. All right. Put me right there. I'm gonna go right here. And then I'm gonna say that. Update layout. All right. This guy right here say the tune-up champion of the world. This guy say, bro, this is Jamie. Boots said he ready now. All right. This guy right here, Schoolo, said, bro, the internet ain't ish. This dude said, Boots, he said the eye test champion. This guy says, facts. Boots is the tune-up specialist. This guy says Boots is the tune-up king. This person right here say, we want Mojo Jojo next, coach. You know what I mean? We not playing no games with these jokers. He said we want Mojo Jojo. This what the people saying in the chat. So in the comment section, do not get mad at the coach. I am here to defend Boots. Y'all heard my opening monologue, and I think I did a great job in defending him. This sister right here, beautiful woman, she said, don't go through that door, Boots. It's a setup. This guy says, so his last fight to unify and become lineal champ at 147 against Stantionis was a tune-up? Yes, Stantionis wasn't nobody, sir. This guy said, buddy, he just fought. He said the buddy he just fought was ranked number 9. Just say you a Boots hater. So he said, but Lima-Bean was ranked number 9. Okay, cool. Okay. Let's go to the rankings. Let's do this. Now, according to the WBO, y'all, let's pull these rankings up then. You want to talk about rankings? Okay, cool. Let's talk about the rankings. Let's do that. Y'all want to talk about the rankings? Let's do that. Now, these are the rankings of the WBO. According to the WBO, Xander Zayas is the WBO champ. Take this down a little bit so y'all can see. Trying to see if I can. All right, you know what? Let me do this. It said right here, Xander Zayas. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and do this because I want y'all to see this. I want y'all to be able to see this. You get what I'm saying right quick. So we're gonna put that right there for now. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna save it like that for now. All right, right here, as you can see, Xander Zayas is the WBO champ at 154. Josh Kelly is ranked number 1. Let's see, Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is ranked number 2. This is with the WBO. This is WBO rankings. Erickson Lubin is ranked number 3. Sergey Boychuk is ranked number 4. Jesus Ramos is ranked number 5. Adrian Sasso is ranked number 6. We got Keith One-Time Thurman ranked number 7. Madrimov 8. Santillan 9. Jorge Perez ranked number 10. So this is the top 15. Lima-Bean ain't ranked over here. Let's go to the IBF, ladies and gentlemen. I'm presenting my case for my client. Now, he ain't ranked with the WBO, but that's okay because we ranked over here. Right now, the supreme champion in the IBF is doggone Bahram Mutalaziev, right? Let's see. The WBC, the WBA is vacant. What they say, no, the WBA, no, it ain't vacant anymore. Another dude from Germany got that belt, so you ought to know how that's going to turn out. So that's who Boots going to be fighting next. He's going to be fighting a brother from Germany who got the WBO title, that WBA title. But y'all mark my word, that's who we fighting next. WBC, Sebastian Fedor, WBO, Sebastian Fedor. Well, Sebastian Fedor ain't got the WBO no more. So they need to update this here. According to the IBF, there's nobody ranked at number 1 and number 2. Josh Kelly ranked number 3, Callum Walsh 4, Jaron Ennis 5, Uisma Lima-Bean is 6. Now, somebody tell me, how in the hell did Uisma Lima-Bean become number 6 with the IBF over Santillan, Brandon Adams, Nikita Zoo, and doggone whoever this dude is right here? But he's there, right? So he was ranked number 6. He was ranked number 6, right? So I want y'all to know he was ranked. For all of y'all who shitting on Boots right now, let y'all know who's ranked. Now, in the WBC, the World Boxing Organization, the WBC, Jaron Boots Ennis is ranked number 1. The supreme champion is who's the supreme champion? The supreme champion is I think that's Sebastian Fedor. No, hold on, wait. No, he's the interim champ, and Sebastian Fedor is the supreme champ. So Virgil Ortiz is the interim champ. Fedor is the supreme champ, and Boots is number 1 in line. He's number 1 in line. He just got here. He number 1. He beat doggone Lima-Bean, and now he's number 1 in line. Right? This is the top 10 over here with the WBC. Let's see where we at. Uisma Lima-Bean from Portugal is ranked number 10. Uisma Lima-Bean is ranked number 10 with the WBC. How is he ranked over Tim Tszyu, Jorge Garcia, Charles Conwell, Josh Kelly? I have no idea. But he's ranked over them. Believe it or not. I had to show y'all the receipts. Let's go over here. This is the WBA rankings. In the WBA rankings, the supreme champion over here is another guy from Germany by the name of Abbas Barahu. This is who Boots going to be fighting next, contrary to popular belief. True. Number 1 with the WBA rankings is Jaron Boots Ennis. Where is Uisma Lima? Uisma Lima-Bean is ranked number 8 with the WBA. He's ranked number 8. Some food for thought, right? Okay, let's go over here to box rec. Let's go to box rec. Because some of y'all talking about, y'all don't know who Lima-Bean is. Lima-Bean is a straight up killer. As you can see right here, he's 14-2 now. He had 15 fights before he fought Boots. He's 14-2 now. He has a 4.5-star rating with box rec. Just want to throw that out there. He is the number 1 fighter in the world in Germany in the junior middleweight division. The only problem is there's only 2 people in Germany. There's another guy behind him, and that's it. That's in the junior middleweight division. But that's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? They say he's from Angola. He lived in Portugal, right? This is the guy who Jalil Hackett wanted to fight. Jalil said this the guy he wanted. Eddie the Hitman Hearn turned him down. And next thing you know, Jalil found out that doggone Lima-Bean was fighting Boots. So apparently, sources say that Boots, Eddie Hearn, once he found out, Eddie didn't even know who he was. They said once Eddie found out about him, he decided to save him for Boots. He didn't want to let Jalil get him. He said, no, I got something else for you, Jalil. You just wait right there. I got something else for you. He wanted doggone Boots to get him. All right, let's go here right here. Let's see. He fought Jaron Boots Ennis. Let's see. He stopped this guy named Poop Man in the 9th round and the 12th rounder. And then before that, he fought a dude named Souk Deep Singh Bhatti. He fought him in Canada, and he beat him to a unanimous decision. And then before that, he fought a dude named Haro Mate Vosayan or whatever. I don't even know how to pronounce that motherfucking name. Is it saying like Super Saiyan or whatever? Or is it saying like what you saying? I don't know how to pronounce his man's name. But anyways, he beat this dude. He stopped him in the 10th. This is who Lima-Bean fought. Then he fought another dude named Arak Muda John. He fought a dude named Arak Muda John, whatever, right? I don't know how to pronounce. Y'all know I'm bad with names. I'm bad with names, boy. So y'all just got to work with me. I ain't got the GD. Then he fought another dude by the name of Aaron McKenna. Now I saw this fight. This is the dude he fought in the UK. Aaron McKenna was putting hands and foot on Lima-Bean. Man, Aaron McKenna was, Lima-Bean. This man beat the brakes off Lima-Bean, fam. I was surprised Lima-Bean didn't get knocked out this fight. That was his first loss. Now I want to show y'all this here. Lima-Bean turned pro 2019, 6 years ago. And he's such a great fighter that in 6 years, he was able to become a champion, move up the rankings, get ranked in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies. This how much of a killer he is, right? You dig? And in 6 years, he was able to get in the ring with the Phenom, the pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world in waiting. True. I got to show y'all this shit here. Bro, this is the funniest shit. You can't make this shit up. You can't make it up. The hate and the disrespect got to stop. Y'all got to cut it out. We doing the best we can. You get what I'm saying? We can only fight who they put in front of us. How y'all gonna punish us for everybody ducking? Everybody ducking, they running and hiding, they scared. You get what I'm saying? Everybody ducking. So we found the champion who deserved a shot at the time. We ain't had no titles, but we fought it. We found the champion. Thanks to Jalil Hackett, we found the champion in the cut in Germany. In the cut. You get what I'm saying? The man was in the cut. We had him in the cut. You get what I'm saying? Just want to throw that out there. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over here. Let's go over here, man. Oh, let's go to YouTube. Now, I mean, not YouTube, Facebook. I mean, on Instagram. Now, here we go right here. This is Eddie the Hitman Hearn. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and pull my screen up a little bit more now. Go ahead and pull me up a little bit more. I'm good now. Now I'm good. I'm good now, baby boy. Pull me up a little bit more. Now this is Eddie the Hitman Hearn. Eddie the Hitman is excited. Let's play.
Yes. And then. I know there's a few cameras. What? Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54.
You already unified at 54. You the WBA intern and the IBO champ. True. My client, Jaron Boots Ennis, look at the look of pleasure that he has on his face, looking at the greatest promoter in the world, and Eddie the Hitman Hearn. Boots is sitting there smiling, sucking it all up. No Diddy, he's sucking up all the glory. You get what I'm saying? Because the people of Philadelphia are proud. Eddie Hearn is proud. Boots got his belt. You got the intern belt. They got the IBO. You know, he got that too. They got to put that in there. But look, this is what Eddie said we're going to do next.
At least, right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go at 60. Yeah. And then we deal with that other fella. Yeah. Let's go get him. He's still hanging around. We'll deal with him as well.
Yeah, in the way.
He said, then we're going to go to 60. And then we're going to deal with the other fella. He talking about Crawford. He said, yeah, let's get them all one by one. He said, yeah, the other fella, he in the way. Boo said he in the way. He in the way. Tell that nigga Omaha he in the way. Look here, nigga. Nigga, you been around a long time. You in the way, dog. Check it out now. I'm pound for pound number one in waiting. And the only reason I'm waiting on you. I'm waiting on you to leave. So you got to go. So as soon as you leave, then I'll be able to take yours. Anyway, let's continue.
We'll deal with him as well. That's a lie as well. That's a lie. Inside 6 rounds. For sure. Fuck them all. We're going to destroy them.
Yes, yes.
You heard Eddie say, F them all, we going to destroy them. Hey, Schoolo, he say, F them all, we going to destroy them. That's what he said.
To this day.
You dig?
But this ball been taking the easy matches. Fight another ball.
Let's go.
And then. I know there's a few cameras. Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54, at least. Right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go at 60.
Yeah.
And then we deal with that other fella.
Yeah.
If he's still hanging around, we'll deal with him as well.
They in the way.
We'll deal with him as well. That's a lie.
Bro. Bro, that's funny as shit. Bro, that was so funny, boy. Well, I ain't going, okay, let's go right here. Let's go right here. Okay, here you go. Here go Eddie Hitman Hearn again. The greatest promoter in the history of boxing is Eddie, well, outside of Don King, is Eddie the Hitman Hearn. Let's go.
He's 28 years of age. This is the future of the sport of boxing. This is the pound for pound number one in the weighting. There is nobody at 50.
Now, I ain't never heard of it waiting. Now, look how Boots looking at Eddie. He looking at Eddie like, all right now, motherfucker, you better say the right thing. You better say the right thing. Look how Boots looking at Eddie. All right now, you better say the right thing now. Go ahead.
54, 60, and dare I say 168 who can beat this guy. We're coming for everybody, one man included, but we got to earn that right. And I'm telling you now, Oscar De La Hoya tweeted before this fight, there's only one man at 154. Line them up and he'll piece them up. Virgil Ortiz will get destroyed by Jaron Ennis. I will bet the house on it with Oscar De La Hoya. It's the best fight in boxing in America. It's a beautiful fight. He's a great fighter, but this guy is another level. I'm telling you.
See that word level? See level, he didn't say levels, he said level. So that's five, that's the 5-letter word I was talking about, but I was saying level. But he said this guy's another level. And I agree, Boots is another level. He's another level. You get what I'm saying? Everybody know it. Everybody know it. There's levels to this. Now we're going to make it plural. Level is singular. Levels is plural. You get what I'm saying? Just add the S. Let's continue.
You have got 8, 10 years of greatness from this guy. He lives the life. There is nobody like him in boxing. He's going to go up. Anyone.
Look out.
Ortiz, Murtalayev, Fundora, Abu, Zayas. He will destroy them.
Bring them all.
Now.
You heard Boots. He said break them all.
But this ball been taking the easy matches. Fight another ball.
Shit, nigga, we finna be 50 and 0. We finna be 50 and 0 for what's on with. Hey, Brandy, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Hold on, Brandy. I saw that comment. Where Brandy at? Hold on, Brandy. I saw that comment. Where she at? Where Brandy at? Watch your mouth. You say Boots is overrated? Listen, Brandy, you have seen. See, I know what it is. See, y'all ain't seen that like this here. Y'all ain't seen a dude dispose of a guy in 158 seconds or something like that, right? Not 158 seconds, but he disposed of him how long? What was it? A minute? It was a minute and what? 48 seconds, something like that. A minute and 48 seconds. Listen, we stopping niggas in less than 2 minutes.
True.
What fighter in boxing today is doing what Boots is doing? We stopping mofos in less than 2 minutes, fam. Shout out to Pork Chop.
Hey, okay.
Dropping that quarter over. Bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Anyways, he say, even though I'm tired of Eddie mentioning Bud, it is kind of funny. Hey, look here, man. Look here. We finna take over the world, baby. We taking over the world. You know what I mean? We are unified right now. Do y'all know that?
Now he's 28 years of age. This is
all right. Okay. All right. So that's it. So we got that. Because we got that right there. All right. Cool. Let's go over here. Now, I'm gonna show y'all how respectful my client Jaron Boots Ennis is. Now, Lima-Bean, we had to get it from Germany. He was supposed to be smoked for Jalil Hackett, but what we decided to do now we flew him over here Spirit. He flew in Spirit and Coach. Now he ain't fly first class. We flew him over here in Spirit on Coach. We flew him over here in Spirit. Coach, on Coach, right? Paul this here, on Coach. And guess what? So after the fight, now I'm gonna tell y'all what y'all not used to seeing. Normally, when a fighter fights, you never see when he get paid. I've been in the locker room where promoters have wrote a check. I'm talking about the independent promoters, the local promoters. They paid the fighters right in the locker room right after the fight. They wrote them a check right there in the locker room. I've been in fights. I'm talking about the smaller level fights where the promoter write them a check for what he earned right there in the locker room. Literally, I'm telling you, I've been there. I got video footage of this. I haven't even posted it yet. But anyways, but very seldom do you see a fighter by the name of Jaron Boots Ennis pay his opponent. You don't see that. Y'all want to see how he got paid? Bam! Right here, Boots is so generous. The city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, he paid his opponent with the 2 Philly cheesesteaks.
Please. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. You try. Fucking better. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. I appreciate it. Like this. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. You try. Fucking better. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. I appreciate it.
You get what I'm saying? We pat our competition on the back. You see what we do? You did good, baby boy. Baby boy, you did good. You did good, baby boy. I tell you what, fam. You lasted longer than I thought. I thought I was going to get you out of there in 30 seconds, but you almost made it to the 2-minute mark. So, as a bonus, I know Eddie gave you that whole kid cheese sandwich. I know he paid you a case of Coronas. I know he gave you that $75 Amazon gift card. Listen, and I know he gave you a couple of frequent flyer miles. But you know what? And I know you accepted the terms of the contract, but I decided to put my best foot forward to show you that Philadelphia is the city of brotherly love, and I wanted to give you a bonus for your performance tonight. And you see my client, Jaron Boots Ennis, paid this man 2 Philly cheesesteaks.
Like this. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. You try. Fucking better. Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Smiling and cheesy. Shit, Boots ready for another fight next week. We don't need no more training camps. We ready to fight right now. Who want the smoke?
True.
Hey, Brim, who want the smoke? We ready to fight right now, dog. We ready to fight right now. Tell these niggas to stop ducking. Hey, 90 chick. Hold on. Wait a minute. She said, hold on, 90 chick. She said, was Berlanga signed to Eddie when he went on this canned goods drive at the beginning of his career? No. Eddie, no. Berlanga was signed to Top Rank. Top Rank he had like 16, 17 first round knockout. He was on that Top Rank tomato can diet. He left over there. Then when he left Top Rank, then he went to Eddie Hearn. That's how he got the Canelo fight over there with Eddie Hearn and all this. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, we pay our opponents. We pay them. Now, yeah, we did pay him in cheesecakes, but that's neither here nor there. He got paid. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over here. All right, let's see what else I need to read. It's saying I wrote my notes down. I read the rankings, so we scratched that off. So I read the rankings, check, scratched that off. I did that there, check. I gave y'all my opening statement of my defense of my claim. We spoke about the 5-letter word level and the 6-letter word levels, plural, check, cross that out. All right, I read the Boots meme, where somebody made a meme of my client and scratch that out. Let's see. Let's read the comments on IG. Now, let's look right here. I want to show y'all this here. Now, this was the fight that Lima-Bean lost. This was the fight that Lima-Bean lost. He fought this dude by the name of McKenna. He's from the UK. This dude was putting hands and foot on Lima-Bean. And I'm trying to figure out, now I know why Eddie Hearn sent him over there to Boots, my client. Oh, Lord, caught him with an uppercut. Lord have mercy. Nice straight left. Oh, Lord, he's jabbing the shit out of him, making his head, boy. Look how he went around him. Look, he reaching with the backhand. Tighten up, Lima-Bean. Tighten up. Oh, Lord. Oh, this white boy beating the brace off this nigga, man. Went to the body, breaking him down like caught him with the straight right. Lord, have mercy. Hold his hand. Oh, Lord. God damn, snapping his head back. Tighten up, Lima-Bean. Hack up. Oh, caught him with a 3-piece and a biscuit. Caught him with a 3-piece and a biscuit. Hack up. Caught him with the hack up right there. Hack up. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord have mercy, boy. Lord have mercy. Eddie Hearn. Now, sources say, I don't know how true this is. Sources say that after Jalil spoke to Eddie looked at the fight film, and after watching this fight, he came to the conclusion that this dude, Lima-Bean, would be a tough competitor for Boots.
True.
Man, McKenna was putting hands and foots on this dude, man. Like, man, listen, man, McKenna, that's the only fight I was able to find. I looked at that, it was just a highlight. I said, God damn, he beating the brakes off of, man, he hitting this man with everything. Let's see what the people, y'all want to see what the people talk about. Let's see what the people talk about over here. This dude said, let's put this up. Because we do it for the people, by the people, other people, because they come from the people. It say right here, this dude say McKenna is a good 154 pounder. He schooled Lima. He said, I talked about this leading up to the Ennis fight. Okay, Al Bernstein said, this Al Bernstein. This dude said, yes, sir. This guy say, Lima is pure cheeks. $1 Trillion Dreams. He from Detroit. Shout out $1 Trillion Dreams. He say, Lima is pure cheeks. He said, Boots Ennis has nothing to celebrate off of this win. I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, after the fight, there's video footage of Eddie Hearn running in the ring, jumping up and down, doing the Tootsie Roll, the butterfly, the camel, the camel toe, the walk, the cabbage patch, the prep, the floss. Eddie was so happy. They showed the camera footage of everybody in the audience, right? Everybody in the audience was celebrating. They were happy. They were playing Meat Mill. They were playing Meat Mill song. You know what I mean? It was a celebration. I was saying, motherfucker, celebrate. They celebrate. I said, these motherfuckers, they act like when they were celebrating like when Philly won the Super Bowl last year. I was like, damn, these motherfuckers. Nigga, Eddie Hearn ran in the ring. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Did you see that? Oh my gosh, I tell you, there's nobody from 154 to 160 to 168 that's gonna beat this guy. He's the #1 pound for pound in waiting. And I'm like, okay, and I get all that, but what you set up, what you happy for? Like, nigga, this Lima-Bean. You get what I'm saying? But anyway, Lima-Bean was in the top 10. I showed y'all in the rankings, right? Night of shit. Go back and look at the post fight. This nigga Eddie, they don't pay the man 2 cheese. That man don't got paid the cheesecakes. The man got paid 2 cheesecakes, fam. He literally fought for the low. No, they say, yeah, I got him for the low, baby boy. Look here, baby boy. I got him for the low. They really got him for the low. Like 2 cheesecakes, that's it. This motherfucker fight for cheesecakes, Happy Meals, cases of Corona, Amazon gift cards. I said, God damn. This dude said, this shows that giving Boots props is great. Cause this guy beat Lima in a totally boring fight, whereas Boots obliterated him, and he showed that he's way better than McKenna and Lima at the same time. This guy said this shows that giving Boots props is great. Oh my God. That's what I'm talking. This, you know what? He works. This is attorney Robert Jenkins. He works for my law office of Tomato Cans or Us. He's one of my attorneys that work with us. He's doing a good job on the PR front. This guy say, that's a great way to look at it. This dude say, just keep watching. He's going to get everybody out of there at 54. This is another one of our attorneys who work for Tomato Cans or Us. He's doing a good job combating. He's online fighting. You know what I mean? He's fighting a good fight for our client. Yes, sir. I like him too. Let me like him. Let me like that comment. This guy said, oh, we watching and waiting. This guy say, Lima ain't nothing for these Boots fans to be hyped about. $1 Trillion Dreams over there hating. He over there hating. D-Style said, easy as KO. KO, bet I have ever made. So he made a bet there was going to be a KO 1 through 3. This guy, he said, Lima is extra wax sauce. Shaking my head. Boots got to fight somebody real next time. $1 Trillion Dreams. I totally disagree with you, brother. Seems like that you've been doing a little hating over here. Our client, Jaron Boots Ennis, fought somebody. He fought the IBO champ, and he is now the unified 154-pound WBA intern and IBO champion. So put some respect on his name. Put some respect on Boots' name. This guy said Boots fanboys are crazy for calling him a boogeyman after this. Okay, all right, let's go. This guy James said, so then he did what he was supposed to do. I hate pointless posts like this. Trying to make it seem like less than what it is. He got to win, and he showed why he's one of the best in the world. Stop with the extras. Okay, all right. This is another one of our attorneys who work for Tomato Cans or Us. This guy right here, he's another one, so don't worry about him. He's doing a phenomenal job. Think about getting him a raise. I'm thinking about getting him a raise. He's doing a great job. Anyway. Let's boost this down a little bit. This guy say, then you have to give Boots props because he rightly destroyed him in one round? ? He did what he was supposed to do. But it's your angle though. He said, but I see your angle. This guy say Lima-Bean was blocking with his face. Hey, look here, man. Y'all, listen, man. Y'all gotta put some respect. Y'all gotta stop hating, dog. All jokes aside, y'all gotta stop hating. I'm just here to defend my client, Jaron Boots Ennis. Y'all gotta stop hating. I showed y'all the ranking system. I showed y'all Lima-Bean was ranked in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioned bodies. I showed y'all that. Now it's true he only been fighting for 6 years, but that's neither here nor there. He's heavy-handed. He's heavy-handed. Had he been able to land a clean shot on Boots, I think he only landed 1 punch. Had he been able to land a clean shot on Boots, I'm pretty sure that he would have put my client to sleep. But because my client is levels above Lima-Bean, he was able to put on a display while at the same time unifying the division. Matter of fact, Boots has moved in the division of 154 and he's unified the division. He is the WBA intern champ and he is the IBO champ. So that was a unification match.
True.
And those are the facts. Now, hold on. Let me call Jalil right quick. Let me see, can I call Jalil Hackett right here? Because Jalil Hackett did tell us. Now, he said, wait a minute, baby boy. He said, coach, let's call Jalil right quick.
Hey, coach, how you doing?
Hey man, Jalil, man, how you doing, brother? We got you on the show. We got to give you a round of applause. We got Jalil Hackett, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah. Now, Jalil, my good brother, I got a couple of questions I wanted to ask you. We had you on the show a week ago, and you were the one who let us know that Lima would be knocked out by Jaron Boots Ennis in 2. You was the only one on the social media that pretty much saying that I heard of from a fighter standpoint, and Boots stopped him in 1. Give us the backstory behind Lima, because when I spoke to you, you did tell me that you tried to fight Lima. You reached out to I think Eddie Hearn or somebody. And what did they tell you when you reached out to fight Lima first before Boots fought him?
All right, so let's date back to April of this year. For you all who don't know, I had a fight scheduled for March of this year that was canceled due to an injury on my behalf. And once me and the team had realized that 147 was completely out of the picture, we realistically started to look at some opponents at 154. And one of the first opponents that we sent to the team over at Matchroom was Uisma Lima. Our thought process on fighting him was, easy pickings. He got a belt. No, I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I know.
He got a belt. It'll be, some sort of hardware at 154, with him having an IBO title. And, we sent them, and the response we got was, no, you don't need that IBO belt. That IBO belt does nothing for you in your career. So we left it alone. Once they said that, we agreed with them, and we just left it alone. And, obviously we ended up fighting someone else, and, this past September. And,
Yeah, Elijah Vines.
Yeah, we fought Elijah Vines this past September, and Lima ended up fighting Boots.
So, can you reveal who told you that Lima does nothing for your career when you tried to fight him at 154?
We're just going to leave it at the Matchroom team told us,
All right.
It does nothing for us at 154.
So you tried to fight Lima. They told you it does nothing for you at 154. So the next question would be, all right, if it does nothing for you, how did Boots get him?
I have no idea. once I was told that it does nothing for me, I stopped focusing on him. I was really focused on, well, when I do get a fight, whoever that is, I just focus on beating that guy. And, we ended up fighting Elijah Vine. And, he was our main focus. So I lost sight of Uisma Lima after they told us that it wouldn't do anything for me in my career.
Man, so that's crazy. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The Elijah Vine fight, I was kind of, because he's out of Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. He's kind of tough. So I was like, you know what, that dude got, he can crack a little bit. And you got him out of there. The way you went at him and you took some shots in that fight and you came right back and you eventually ended up stopping him. So you look phenomenal. You look strong in that weight division. So you restarted to try to fight Lima. Then now, of course, Boots beat him and stuff like that. He's the IBO champion. Well, he was the IBO champ. I saw some footage on him. When you said Boots in 2, I kind of thought maybe you was tripping. I'm not gonna lie. I said, man, Jalil just used the hyperbole. This man got to be Boots. Boots ain't gonna stop no man in 2. I'm gonna give him at least 3. I say anywhere from 3 to 5. But were you surprised at the way, Boots came out orthodox on him, and then it looked like he was trying to find his range a little bit? And then once he switched to southpaw, he kind of like he went at him. Were you surprised at the way Boots jumped on him so soon in the first round?
If I'm being honest, if he would have came out and started to fight southpaw, the fight might have ended quicker. Because, like I said, I meant it when I said Boots in 2. I honestly said it's nothing that Lima could do that's gonna stop him from stopping him within 2 rounds. The odds was like, I think for Boots to lose was like minus 2,800. It should have been even more. It should have been like minus 10,000. Because it's nothing that Lima could have did. There's nothing he could have did to stop that man. He just wasn't on this level.
Yeah, I mean, it appears he ambushed him, he blitzed him, and I'm like, man, damn, I think Lima, he only landed 1 punch. I think he hit Boots on the shoulder one time, and that was it, bro. He didn't know how to throw punches in between punches. He was just in the high guard, and Boots kind of smothered him. He did what he was supposed to do, put the gravy on top. Eddie Hearn jumped in the ring, and he was very excited. It looked like the people of Philadelphia was happy as well. But it appears that I looked online, Jalil, and I'm being honest with you, and I'm trying to defend Boots right now myself, but a lot of people, they ripping him. They ripping him right now. And I'm like, damn, I had no idea that it was going to be to this level. There's memes out there that's calling him the tomato can crusher, the lima bean crusher, this and that, and he ain't fight nobody, and 35 and this and that. Do you think that Boots is receiving unfair criticism for the way he disposed of Lima?
Absolutely. I just feel like he beat the guy that they put in the ring. I feel like if he would have went the distance, they would have talked bad. If he stopped him in 1 round, they still talked bad.
Yeah.
And if he would have lost, they would have talked even worse. So it's like, with the fans, you can't win. You can't win. Your best bet is, just fight who they want you to fight, and you gotta knock out who they want you to fight in 10 seconds. Because if not, they still gonna talk shit about you.
But this is the thing, though. I can see the fans, but you got promoters like Lou DiBella. He's on Twitter going off on Eddie Hearn and Boots like, man, what the hell is this? Lou DiBella. You got people like, of course, Oscar De La Hoya. You know how Oscar is. Oscar he's representing for his client and Virgil Ortiz, and it's like they destroying them. They destroying them online, man. And I'm like, fam, okay. I get it, but a promoter like Lou DiBella, I wasn't expecting him to come out and he's entitled to his opinion to come out and say what he's saying about Boots. But it's like, bro, he's ripping Boots as well, and like you said, it appears it'd be unfair, but I don't know. So what does Boots go from here? Because he is the WBA, he's a unified champion, he's the WBA interim title champ, and he is the IBO champ. So he's unified the division in his first match. So what do you think? What do you want to see him go from here?
I want to see him fight Virgil Ortiz. That's the direction that it looks like. It's going. If Virgil beats Erickson Lubin, then that's the fight to make happen. I'm a fan of Erickson Lubin, so I'm rooting for him to win. But in the event that he loses to Virgil, then I feel like that's the fight that should be made. Next year, Virgil versus Boots.
Virgil versus Boots next year. I'm showing right here on Twitter this will not. Now I can see what you're saying as it relates to the fans, but Lou DiBella is a promoter, and he's saying don't want to hear any hype bullshit or see more trash posts on my feed. The guy who fought Boots Ennis tonight was effing awful, meant nothing, embarrassing fight. And people are saying what they, and he's saying he still loved Boots, by the way, but this fight did nothing for anyone in reality other than paydays. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, Jalil. I was kind of shocked. At the end of the fight when Lima, was in the locker room. I called him Lima-Bean myself, but when Lima-Bean was in the locker room, they showed that Boots gave him two Philly cheesesteaks. You know what I mean? I think that was nice. I don't know how true this is now, and I know you wasn't there, but I'm hearing that that was payment for the fight. What say you about that?
Oh man. He gave one for dinner. He gave one for dinner and another one for the road, for the flight home. One for dinner and one for the flight home, man. He wore a double cheesesteak ass whipping.
So I'm curious. Had you would have fought him, do you think you would have been able to knock Lima out?
Man, I feel like I would have. I don't know if I would have got him in one, but I don't think we would have went 4. I definitely don't think we would have went 4.
Yeah, I don't think you would have went 4 either. I think you would have started. I think you would have started him in 3, at least 3. He would have went past three rounds because you would have went at him.
Yeah, I take my hat off to him. Any man that's willing to get into the ring, in general, just with anybody, I take my hat off to him. Respect to him.
Yeah,
they're risking their life for the entertainment of the fans, but man. I can't even put words together on that shit.
Hey, I think he should have got paid more than 2 Philly cheesesteaks though. That's the only problem I have. I think Eddie Hearn should have paid that man.
At least if he would have fought me, I would have gave him a 6-piece chicken with some fries, fried hard with some mumbo sauce on them bitches. And I would have took him to a weak ass Wizards game.
So he really got cheated. he was better off fighting you. He would have got paid more. Got paid.
Yeah. I say, damn, he disrespected that man. Gave him 2 cheesesteaks, and I heard they wasn't even from Maxie.
The crazy part about it. He took him too. He Boots smiling at him, gave him 2 cheesesteaks, and he smiled. He took him. They laughing and kiki together, and Boots congratulated him.
Congratulations on the payday.
Wait. Hey, Jalil, check this out. Did you see the meme? I don't know. You're not able to see the show right now, are you?
No.
Listen. I'm finna send you. I'm finna text you this meme right here. They got a meme on social media right now, and I don't think it's fair because do you remember the meme that the artwork that Errol Spence had when he was getting ready to fight Crawford? They showed they had him as a shark and he was knocking on the door, and then the door had a name on it. It had Ugaz. It had Danny Garcia. And then the third door he was going to knock on, it had Terrence Crawford name, and they showed some eyes peeping behind the corner. That's when they was promoting their fight, and he was just showing that, hey, I'm going down the line collecting belts, right? And they have a meme online right now with the Grim Reaper. It's the Grim Reaper with the sword in his hand, and then behind door number 1, there's a trail of blood, door number 2, door number 3, and he's knocking on door number 4. Each door has a tune-up. Door number 1, it showed the Grim Reaper destroying the tune-up. Door number 2, tune-up. Door number 3, tune-up. Blood dripping from the sword, and then he's knocking on door number 4, and they say tune-up. I kind of think this is kind of too far, because, all right, they said the man fighting number tune-ups, and, he's 35-0, 31 knockouts, and they said he's knocking on the 4th door, which is a tune-up. Do you think that's a little too harsh?
I feel like it's harsh, man. This is a guy who is a former unified champion at welterweight, soon to be, well, technically he is a unified champion at super welterweight. So he's a 2-division unified champion. Not too many guys is jumping out the window to fight him.
Yep.
So, I feel like it's like disrespect to it.
Yeah, I just, is it disrespect, or do you think?
Only reason I say slight disrespect, because, he's at the point where it's up to him. He's at the point in his career where he can call shots.
Yeah.
Where he can wake up, he can pick up the phone and say, "Hey Eddie, I want to fight Virgil," or "Hey Eddie, I want to fight Sebastian Pandora," or he can pick up the phone and make those decisions, and he can say some shit like, "Fans, who the hell y'all want to see me fight?" And the name that he sees the most, he can say, "Hey Eddie, I want to fight X, Y, and Z." You know, so it's up to him and his team. I'm sure that he and his team is going to make the decision that they feel best suits for him.
The thing is what I did like about what Boots did after the fight. He called out the names. He said Virgil Ortiz is next. Virgil Ortiz said Virgil Ortiz is next. He want to fight Bakram. He want to fight doggone Pandora. He called out Jamel Charlo. So he said he want the smoke. So hopefully Oscar De La Hoya don't put Virgil in the witness protection program and allow him to fight Boots. You know what I mean? Because from what Boots is saying, Virgil Ortiz stylistically is tailor made for him. He's a typical flat-footed, come forward Mexican fighter, and Boots gonna make easy work of him. So, do you think Oscar will make that fight?
I think he makes the fight, and realistically, I like Boots to beat Virgil. And when that fight happens and he beats Virgil, I'm sure the fans will complain, but it's like, hey, fight somebody else they want you to fight. I feel like that's the ultimate way to, keep them quiet. At least they gonna talk shit, but at least they'll whisper the shit talking.
You know what? If he beats Virgil Ortiz, it ain't nothing to say. To me, I'm like, man, okay, he beat the guy who y'all said was his. I don't know what they call Virgil Ortiz. Oscar say he's the best guy at 154. Eddie Hearn said Boots is the best guy at 154. Okay, cool. Virgil ain't never won the title. He's been boxing for about 9 years now, 8-9 years, somewhere up in there. So so I really don't know. So since Eddie says Boots is the best and Oscar saying Virgil is the best, we want to see the best fight the best. They need to fight each other. That's how we clear all doubt.
Yeah, absolutely. I can 1,000% agree with you on that. They just got to make the fights happen. We can talk about it all we want. How many niggas talk about fucking bad bitches and don't never fuck no bad bitches? You can talk about it all you want, but at the end of the day, you got to make it happen.
Hey, well, look here, man. Check it out, man. Well, hopefully, the dudes who trying to get some bad chicks, they can eventually get them. Listen, Jalil, man, I just wanted you to clear up, just everything. I do. Sorry that you wasn't able to get a shot at Lima-Bean, but next time I know hopefully you will be fighting soon in the upcoming year, next year, 2026. I plan on being at your fight. Whenever you fight, I plan on being there. And listen, man, I'm gonna put pressure on Eddie myself. I don't know the man, but I'm gonna put pressure on him. I'm gonna stalk him on the internet. I'm gonna let Eddie know. Look here, man. Jalil wants some smoke. You need to, you know what I mean? You need to make that happen. You know what I mean? And Eddie say he the best promoter in boxing, so he need to prove it. As far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely, man. In due time, what's real will prosper, man. I'm just keep my head down, staying diligent, staying grinding, staying sharp, staying in the gym. And like I said, in due time, everything will come to the light.
Man, all right, but Jalil, man, brother, I really appreciate you taking the time out, man, to accepting the call, man. The people, I want to get you on here once a week, man. The people, everybody in the chat, bro, listen, the comment section after Boots won, I'm looking at the comment section because I went live for that fight, right? Everybody in the comment section was like, man, Jalil said the Boots was going to stop him in 2. That's what everybody was talking about. Jalil said 2, Boots stopped him in 1 and this and that. So, people had to go back to your prediction. Because I was saying on the show, I said, man, Jalil said he was going to stop this dude at 2. He stopped him at 1. You was all about 1 round, but I was like, man, I said, Jalil said it, bro. Jalil called it. He called it, boy. You called that one, boy. Like, for real. So I just had to get you on there to do a follow-up on that, man. But I appreciate you, brother, man. Anything you want to say to the fans before you go?
Man, I just want to say everybody who been supporting me, keep supporting me. I appreciate y'all 1,000%. And like I've been saying, man, I'm bringing real boxing back. That's all,
All right.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you, Coach Malachi. And shit, I'll see you again next week.
Yes, sir, man. I'll talk to you, man. Shout out to Jalil Hackett, man. Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah, man. We got to get Jalil on here all the time.
Appreciate it.
All right, brother. All right, man. 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 All right, Now, hold on. Hold on. Not to be outdone. You know, the Boots disrespect got to stop. It's been one guy in particular that I've been meaning to call. Y'all pretty much know who he is. He's a down south Georgia boy. Down south Georgia, not Georgia, Georgia boy. We finna call him right now. My brother, your brother, the other brother. See, can I get him?
Hello.
Salam alaikum, black man. This is Coach Malachi of True Media Podcast. You know, we calling you today, brother. We want to know, do you have any availability to speak?
Alaikum salam, my brother. Yeah, absolutely, I do. I was kind of asleep, so I didn't hear the show. So I don't know where we at right now, but let's talk. What's up, dog?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I know you sleep right now. I'm finna wake you up in a minute. So listen, brother, check it out. We saw this past weekend. I don't know if you saw the fight, but this past weekend, the phenom Jaron Boots Ennis, you know, he became a unified 154-pound champion at junior middleweight. He beat the guy that was ranked in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioning bodies by the name of Uisma Lima-Bean. He beat him in Philly. He disposed of him in seconds. It was like a minute and 48 seconds, almost 120 seconds. He beat the 2-minute mark. He disposed of him. A tough competitor. You know, Jalil Hackett, you know, this is kind of long, but just bear with me. Jalil Hackett was the one who first put me up on Uisma. He said that when he moved to 154 pounds division, he said Uisma was one of the guys he wanted to fight. So he made a call. He didn't say any names. He said, I made a call to the people at Matchroom, the matchmakers or whatever at Matchroom, and say, look, the people who make the fights happen. He said, look, I want to fight Uisma Lima. He got a belt. I just want to get any kind of belt. You know, let me fight him. And he said that he was told by the people at Matchroom that, you know, they told him, look, the IBO belt ain't nothing. It ain't, let me write, because I wrote the notes down. He said it does nothing for your career. He said they told him the IBO does nothing for his career. They don't even worry about Lima. And next thing we know, Boots is fighting Lima. And Jalil fought Elijah Vine from Philly and on the Riyadh season card. So, and I asked him, I said, well, how did Boots get the fight? He said he don't know. And I said, can you give me any specifics? Can you give me any names of who told you that? He said, look, let's just say the people at Matchroom. He didn't want to say any names. He said, let's just say the people at Matchroom told him that fighting Lima does nothing for his career and the belt doesn't mean anything. What say you about that, brother?
Man, I don't know, man. There's a whole lot to that. I heard what you said. I'm understanding. I'm picking up what you putting down. It sounds like a lot, but it sounds clear as day to me what's going on there, man. It sounds like he brought Lima-Bean to the attention of Matchroom, and it sounds like Matchroom said, yeah, we're gonna let us get that up off you real quick. That's what it sounded like Matchroom said to him. Let us get that off you. And you know, they snatched up his opponent and they used his opponent for the phenom. You feel what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like to me.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I you know, after I saw the fight, that's the first thing I thought about. I said, you know what? Me personally, I think that, you know, they saved that fight for Boots. I don't know if he put them up on it or whatever, but whatever happened was they probably told him no. They gave him Elijah Vines. We was in Vegas when he fought Elijah, and then Boots is now fighting Lima-Bean, and then he beat him. Now I will say this here, I don't know how true this is, but after the fight, they showed Lima in the locker room with Boots. Boots gave the man 2 Philly cheesesteaks. Sources say that was his payment for the fight. Bro, I swear to God, dog, Boots gave the man 2 cheesesteaks.
I saw him give him 2 cheesesteaks, but the fact that you said that was just, look, but that was the payment for the fight. But that was hilarious. Boy. Here you go, bro. Have a good trip. Here you go, my brother. Have a safe trip.
Here you go, baby boy. You know what I mean? I'm a man of my word. I know Eddie don't get you. Now listen, now according to the contract, because I saw the contract. You know, I represent Boots. I represent Boots because, you know, people like yourself and other people, y'all been very critical of Boots, and I'm here to defend my client. And I saw the contract. Now, according to the contract, Uisma Lima-Bean got paid 2 whole head cheese sandwiches, a $75 Amazon gift card, a case of Coronas, a pack of Now and Laters. You know what I mean? We got him a chicken salad from Chick-fil-A, and then as a bonus, my client Jaron Boots Ennis gave the man 2 Philly cheesesteaks, and you know Philly cheesesteaks is the best cheesesteaks in the world. So you know from Philly. So
originally from the source, man. Look, man, if that's what he got, that's what he got, man. That's what he signed up to get, man. It is what it is, man. You did your job, you did what you're supposed to do. You came in here, you made my man look good. There it is. You did your job.
Hey, look, check this out now. Now, what I loved about the fight, I love the fact that Boots called the names out. When he disposed of Lima-Bean and he became the unified champion. I don't know if you know this is, but Lima-Bean was the IBO champ. He's only been boxing for 6 years as a pro, but he's heavy-handed. Had he been able to connect that night against Boots, there's a good chance that Boots probably would have been knocked down, like Greg Hackett predicted, or slept, right? But he didn't do it because Boots is just levels. You know, it's a 6-letter word called levels. You know what I mean? You know, if you are on another level, that's the 5-letter word. But when you are levels above, that means multiple levels.
When you that 6-letter word above, shit is I mean, I'm gonna have to say this. I don't doubt by no means. I mean, his father talked many times about how he been training him since he been crawling. He said how he grew up in the gym. He got 2 brothers that fought. You know, shout out to the whole family. Shout out to the whole team. So, I mean, he been saying that's why he's so good. He grew up in the gym. He grew up doing what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? And Lima-Bean, we know, started this at about 18 years old when he graduated high school or beyond or whatever. You feel what I'm saying? And I guess according to the record, he got 14 fights in 8 years, and 14 fights in 12 years.
Yeah, he knows.
So how many years that is?
No. He
14
turned pro.
Years. 14 years.
No. He turned pro in 2019.
But that's so we got. But I'm saying though, that's still from the time he ever laced up though. From the time he laced up the glove, he had no amateur experience and nothing like that we know about. You know, we can't find. So I don't know, man. But you know, like you said, I don't think nobody else expected him to be nothing less than levels above Jaron. I don't think we expected him to be nothing but levels above. So, you know, he went out there, he did what he was supposed to do. You know, he looked phenomenal to his flock. Mm-hmm. And you know, everybody else is now, you know, ooh, he's scary. Let's wait to see what he do to the next tomato can. I mean, man.
World-class champion. World-class champion.
World-class champion. Right. There you go.
Yeah, put some respect.
See what he do the next case. Yeah, I apologize. I didn't mean to say tomato can. Because, you know, one thing I know about this coach, one thing I figured out about this is I got to be careful. Anytime that you point out anything, no matter whether it's true or not, if it's not positive towards the people they like or that they want to be, it's going to be called hate.
Yeah. You public.
You know that, Coach?
You public enemy number one. You public enemy number one. The people from Philly, they own your bumper right now. You public enemy number one. I'm trying to defend my client, Jaron Boots Ennis, because you know I see the greatness. Listen, there's not a doubt in my mind that if Lima-Bean would have fought anyone else at 154 outside of Boots, he probably would have slept him or won. So, you know, it's just that Boots is levels above him. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, he lost to Boots, man. You know what I mean? He lost to
ain't nothing wrong with losing that fight, man. I mean, I hope my man, you know, bounce back, get good. I don't think he'll get that wish again signed though. I think he killed that wish though. I know he was running around there saying, Eddie, sign me, please, and begging to get signed. Hey, my brother, hey, look, man, I'm down for you. You look like me. You look like me. You feel what I mean? He look like my son. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So, you know, matter of fact, shit, he 32. I got a 31-year-old son, so he look like my own son. You feel what I'm saying? So he like he could be my son. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rooting for him, but that dream of getting signed, yeah, that shit is past dead.
Well,
that shit past dead.
Well, I got a promotional company called Nick Sack Promotions. He can always come over here. You know what I mean? I pay him to come over here and fight for Nick Sack Promotions. I got some, some real easy matchmaking for him. You get what I'm saying? We got to try to build him back up. I can get him back in the top. He's in the top 10 in 3 of the 4 sanctioned bodies.
I mean, look at it like this. He is definitely he's now a known fighter, no matter what. Just like David Avocado, when they was talking all that trash about when Chance Crawford fought him, they would call him David Avocado, David Scotia,
David Amnesia.
Hey, look, hold on, coach. David, David, I forgot. Like, David, I forgot. So he was everybody. You feel what I'm saying? But now David Amnesia is actually a player in the game. He's actually a name and a player in the game. You feel what I'm saying? So, when you grace the ring with some of these people, they then become a name. They then become somehow more talented than anybody else ever fought. No matter what they do, no matter what they ever won or not in front of nobody, it's just the fact that you grace the ring with one of their guys and the guy that they love, and from now on, you are better than anybody they ever seen or you ever been in the ring with. It's just, I'm just how it goes. That's how it goes, Coach. So right now, to some of those people, he's better than anybody, on the rest of these guys' records. You feel what I'm saying? So, it is what it is.
Okay,
man.
What was he called when Boots fought him, though? When Crawford fought him, it was David Avocado, David Amnesia, David Amnesia, David I forgot. When Boots fought him, what was they calling him?
Oh, he was David Amnesian. That brother was, listen, he was David Amnesian. Like, all day, he was David Amnesian. Like, he was used for sparring. He flew in. Like, he was a legit world beater. He was a legit world opponent, according to Eddie Hearn. You got to remember, he said that now. Eddie Hearn said that after picking that Crawford fight. After picking that, I mean, you can't listen, Coach. That's what I'm telling you right now. What I'm doing, what I'm saying, us being on this phone discussing facts of boxing, which are facts that can be researched. It's called hating for some reason. It's called hating.
That's right.
It's called hating.
Hate is the interpretation.
We ain't even got to say, Coach, listen to me, Coach. We don't even have to say it with no type of tone. We don't got to say it with no type of nothing. We can just state a fact. But the fact that you pointed it out, you are hating, my brother. You understand? This. We are slandering. We are a hate site right now. Hey, look.
Hey, look, man.
Can't make this shit up, man. You can't make it up.
Look. Listen. I'm letting it be known. This was a unification match. My main man, Jaron Boots Ennis, he put on a spectacular performance. I am of the belief that if Lima-Bean would have fought Virgil Ortiz, Bakram, Sebastian Fendora, he probably would have slept all of them. It's just that Boots is levels above him, and he made it look easy. So
I got to stop you right there, Coach. You tell the goddamn lie. That's the goddamn lie. Now you tell the goddamn lie.
Look, man.
Yeah.
That's what Eddie said.
For you, though.
That's
You
what Eddie said.
Wait a minute. Is that what he said?
Eddie said before the fight, before Boots stepped in the ring with him, he said this guy, Lima is a tough competitor. And I promise you, if he fights any of those other guys, this before they fought, if he fight any of those other guys, at 154, you know what I mean? He would be a tough out for them. He didn't say he'll knock him out, but he said he'll be a tough out. This is what he said, and he said it with a straight face. I got the video when he said it.
I believe he said it again, but he also said he was talking trash about David Scotia, and then he came back and said that David Scotia was a world beater, he was a world-class fighter. We know he said that for a fact.
That's
so
true.
Eddie Hearn is known to do shit like this. He's known to lie to the people. He's known to tell you what you want to hear. And, unfortunately, a certain population of people, a certain type of people, going to buy that shit and eat it right on up. No matter what. Do you know Karen Chukwudazian, right? Yeah. Chukwujon. Some of the guys been hitting me in my inbox. Some of his people been hitting me in my inbox saying, "Do you see about that agent saying that Karen fight agent pretty well? What you mean? What happened? He won 2 fights now." I went to look because they told me about it. They called me and told me I'm mind my business. I don't follow Karen. I don't know.
Yeah.
They told me about Karen doing this stuff too. I go look at who Karen fought. Karen fought one guy with 13-2 with 15 fights in his life, and one guy with 14 fights in his life.
Yeah,
and they expect me to be impressed by this shit.
Yeah, 2 10-rounders. I'm looking at it now. He fought one
two
dude.
10-rounders, 14 fights, 150. And come on, man. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up. But if you talk about that, then somehow you are a hater. You feel what I'm saying? These guys can have 2 losses or whatever else, and they can be beat by nobody, but you are a hater if you bring that up. You feel me?
Well, Karen won by decision. He beat both of those dudes by decision. I'm looking at it right now on Boss Rec. He beat a dude by he listen, right after the 12-round loss to Boots, unanimous decision loss. He beat a dude named Christian Javier Ayala, 10-round decision to beat him in Germany.
He's a killer.
And he beat Joel Mafad over there. I don't know what that's at. I don't know what country that is.
Mafad is close to Mufasa. That sounds like Mufasa. Like, you name Mufasa, you're a bad Mama Jamba, man. So, hey, look, I don't know, man. Look, but us discussing this, us pointing out the facts, the talking points that they point out, that makes you a hater, coach. I'm just telling you, man. Hey, what you doing right now, coach? You know who you on the phone with?
Yeah, you the ops.
Enemy number one.
You the ops. Listen, I'm pointing out the facts. The fact of the matter is,
you can't point out the facts. You can't point out the facts not with the ops. You can't point out the facts with the ops. You know.
Listen,
you can't do that, coach. You got to be careful. You're scaling a thin line, coach, because now you're gonna be a hater because you point out the facts. You can't do that.
Listen,
not with me around.
The facts that I'm pointing out is that Lima-Bean was a world champion. He was the IBO champ. My client, Jaron Boots Ennis, is now a unified champion at 154 pounds, unifying the WBA intern belt along with the IBO title. So he's a unified champ. That, those are the facts. The facts is we paid Lima-Bean with 2 cheesesteaks. That's the facts. The facts is, we did it in spectacular fashion. Meek Mill was out there watching. Gillian Wallow was out there watching. We had an after party. Those are the facts. And, it boosts just levels. And you got to understand, brother, that right now we want all the smoke. Everybody ducking. And, Lima is a champion. So there's nobody at 154 that's a unified champ. Name them, but Boots. So we did what we had to do.
That's what's up. But now I do remember that right after those call-outs, one guy answered right back immediately. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Bakram. I'm looking at it right now on Twitter. Bakram said, I'm ready right now. He said he's ready.
Man, that boy, he messed. Yeah. That's gonna be the test right there. That's gonna be the test right there. He said it. The people want to see it, and that's what we need to be. And that's a better fight than Virgil to me in my eyes. That's a less tailor-made fight, and the reason I think it's a less tailor-made fight is because of what I said. You got to give him some respect, and I think Bakram ain't afraid of him. I don't think Virgil is afraid of him either. So I think Bakram probably got that equalizer to keep his ass off and to keep him honest. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just my opinion, though. So hey, it stands to be seen. We saw Bakram do what he did to, a lackluster Tim Tszyu who didn't age that well himself. But I think it was the fashion that he did it in. And I don't know, just for whatever reason, Bakram has been the boogeyman ever since that one performance, and nobody want to fight him. So, okay. I think it'll be a good fight. I know Turkey said that he want to make the fight. Turkey said he can't find nobody to fight him. I think they're going to be the fight that's going to get offered next. I think they're going to try to offer that fight for February next year in Riyadh season. And we're gonna see if that comes to fruition.
How can Bakram be the boogeyman when Boots is chasing him? We chasing Virgil Ortiz. We chasing Bakram. We chasing Fando. We chasing these dudes, fam.
Guess what? When he called his name, Bakram turned right around. That ain't chasing. As soon as he called his name, hey, Bak! He said, Bak. He said, huh? And he said, hey, Bak! He said it immediately.
The man, We chasing this dude, man. He said he ready. I ain't gonna lie. He said it the same night, Boots. The same night at 11:03 p.m. 11:03. I'm showing it on the screen right now. At 11:03 p.m. As soon as Boots beat Lima-Bean, he posted, "I'm ready" at 11:03 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Man, I love it. I love it. That's what a fighter does. That's how a fighter acts. That's how a fighter move. I'm one. Again, I'm one that's out there to be said that's how fighters move. You feel what I'm saying? People don't know. Again, Devin Haney, Brian Norman fight got made in 7 days. That fight was made in 7 days. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no talks, ain't no none of that. Made, complete, 7 days. You feel what I'm saying? So I like how Baka move, man. That's how a real fighter is supposed to move. It don't have to be no smoke and mirrors. It ain't got to be no questions. It ain't got to be no what else. It ain't got to be no, I'm ready. Let's get it. You feel what I'm saying? And I don't think Bakram going to want that much money. And then if he do want that much money, it ain't going to matter because you got Turkey Al-Sheikh involved. Turkey Al-Sheikh is the one that he's been trying to find fights for Bakram anyway. So I think he messed around and called the right name. That's what I think.
You know what? Now, if they're able to make that fight, if Boots able to make any of those fights, my client, Jaron Boots Ennis, which is Crawford 2.0. Eddie Hearn said also, Eddie Hearn, his representative also said that Boots is pound for pound #1 in waiting. So we gotta look forward to that. Also, after the fight, there's a video of Eddie Hearn saying that, hold on, as a matter of fact, you probably ain't see this. I have it right here. Say, fuck them all, we're going to destroy them. Listen to this.
Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54, at least, right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go at 60. Yeah. And then we deal with that other fella.
Yeah.
If he's still hanging around, we'll deal with him as well.
They in the way.
We'll deal with him as well.
So you heard what Eddie said. Eddie said, fuck them all. We're going to get them all. And Boots was like, yeah. He was co-signing Eddie. Smart my client, confidence. He said, yeah, we're going to get them all. He said, we're going to hopefully become undisputed at 154. Then we're going to 160. And then we go to 168. And we'll take care of the other fella. Now, the other fella is the name that that Eddie Hearn been calling forever, is Terrence Crawford. And then Boots said, yeah, we gonna get him. He's in the way. You get what I'm saying? So we got plans. We got plans, baby boy.
All right. What words matter? He didn't say he in the way. He said, yeah, they in the way. He did say that.
He said they in the way. You show. We said, let's see that again.
Play that.
That's right. Inside 6 rounds. For sure. Fuck them all. We're going to destroy them.
Yes.
And then. I know there's a few cameras. What? Say what we're going to do. We're going to unify at 54, at least, right? Hopefully undisputed. Then we're going to go at 60. Yeah. And then we deal with that other fella. Yeah. If he's still hanging around, we'll deal with him as well.
They in the way.
We'll deal with him as well.
Man, the man say he in the way, man. He say he in the way.
No, he said, yeah, we're going to get them all.
Yeah, we're going to get them all.
The
I ain't hear that. It sounded like he said he because Eddie Hearn was specifically talking about a certain guy he called in, and he said then we're going to get the other fella.
Man, look. That's it. If he called his name, if he said his name, and it don't matter either way it goes, he in the way, goddamn. So yeah.
So
if he said his name, then he in the way.
So they're in the way. So what I'm saying is, now this is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that the simple fact that my client was able to dispose of a champion. He only had one loss. Lima-Bean was 15-1. He only had one loss. The way that the way he disposed of the champion, I fear that other champions at 154, 60, and beyond would be afraid to get in the ring with Boots based on based on how he disposes of his competition. What say you about that? How you feel about that?
Hold on 1 second. My bad. What's the question again? Cause I'm trying to read something.
No. I'm saying how like based on the way he, disposed of the champion, the IBO champ, with
man, come on,
Lima-Bean.
we ain't gonna do that, cause goddamn, we gonna give him credit for doing what he's doing. We gonna give him credit for no. We gonna give him credit for. We gonna give him credit for. I mean, let's even say this: the man got stopped. You heard me? Lima-Bean was stopped. Lima-Bean was on his feet. Lima-Bean was stopped by the ref. Yeah, he was gonna get stopped either way it go, but he got stopped. He didn't get cold clocked.
Yeah, he didn't get
he didn't get knocked out. He didn't get stretched out like people saying devastating knockout. It wasn't a devastating knockout. No, the man stand on his feet. Yeah, he got cold clocked. He was out of his league. He was out of his element. He was out of his everything. But we ain't gonna make up shit there. Goddamn, coach.
But how won't making it up? The man literally beat the champion.
It was a good performance. He did what he was supposed to do, but he ain't showed no tremendous nothing. He went in there. He took that man out. He didn't play with his food like he wasn't supposed to play with his food. He went in there. He went in there through a lot of punches. Whether it was the man was overwhelmed, couldn't get his shit together. No matter what it was. You feel what I'm saying? He got him up out of there. So he got him up out of there. He gets all. No.
Would you at least admit that he beat the champion his first fight?
Absolutely. I'm not saying different. I didn't say no different. I just said I can't remember what you said that made me say, hell no, he gonna get him all that. But I can't remember what you said. Yeah, no, absolutely. He beat an IBO champion that nobody ever heard of. But we gotta admit there's champions everywhere. With the argument, some of the arguments in boxing for the people that don't know the belts, that don't know what champions are, and that don't know what champions matter. They are intercontinental champions. We're talking about from WBA, WBO, WBC, They make all the continental Americans. They make so many titles. You feel what I'm saying? So their titles all over the place. That's why nobody ever knew this guy. I think this guy was. I searched it. The guy real rank was number 16. He was number 16, and they moved him up to number 9. His real rank was 16 immediately. You feel what I'm saying? Like you said. In fact, if you don't believe me, coach, you can go look at BoxRec now, man. Listen, go look at BoxRec now. They got that man ranked. They got Jaron Ennis ranked number 1 at super welterweight.
Yeah, I know. BoxRec. Yeah, I know.
Do you know what that means? Do you know what number 1 at super welterweight means? That means you are the most accomplished. That means you are the best at that weight class.
Yeah.
How? Based on your eye test. How? That's what I'm telling you. So that's what I'm saying. But when you state facts, when you say, wait a minute, like Devin Haney, they got Devin Haney ranked number 1 at welterweight. Who's admittedly himself say he's fighting the best welterweight. Devin Haney said out his mouth he's fighting the best welterweight. But you got BoxRec, they got Devin Haney ranked number 1 at welterweight right now. Never took a fight at welterweight at all. Never competed at welterweight. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why some of these things are laughable, and you can't point out facts. It's all about politics. It's all about what you want to be true. Yeah. It's all about what you want to believe. I mean, it's all over the place, man.
Well, you can pay money. You can pay money to get people moved up the rankings in BoxRec.
Exactly.
So it ain't BoxRec.
There you go. There you go.
I got a couple of homeboys. I'm finna get ranked in the top 15 right now.
Man, you can't, and it'll damn sure work. It'll damn sure work. You go look at the welterweight division. I was looking at the welterweight division, and I was looking at all them UK fighters, them Brit fighters, or whatever that was over there. I said, let me go see who's supposed to be the man. You got Lewis Crocker. You got. Look at all them guys they got up there that you ain't never heard of, you ain't never seen, they ain't never fought nobody, they ain't never beat nobody. Look at all them guys that's above, other people. You
feel what I'm saying? Flame on there.
Waka Flame. You got everybody, man. You got everybody, man. You got Kalamazoo. You got you got his brother Baby Zoom. You got all of them. You know what I'm talking about, man? It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. The shit. They water it down and they mess up the integrity of the fight. And I think that's why they got people like Zuffa coming in trying to do what they doing, because you can't. They got people like Zuffa trying to do what they do because you can't give credit to BoxRec. You can't give credit to some of these rankings. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? I'm thinking Boots more than likely is going to fight the WBA title holder in Abbas. His name is Abbas.
He better not. You know why?
Why?
First of all, that's a champion. So that's a respectable fight. It's a champion. He did what he did to get to be a champion. But the only reason I'm saying, so that's not me hating on that. The reason I'm saying he better not is because the boxing world, he didn't call out Abbas. He didn't call out Abbas.
Eddie Hearn mentioned him. Eddie Hearn mentioned him.
I didn't hear about Eddie Hearn. So in that, and what you just said, Eddie Hearn said Abbas in that room.
Yeah, he did. He mentioned him. He mentioned Abbas.
In that room just now?
I don't know about in this room, but there's an interview. Matter of fact, I have it right here. He mentioned. Matter of fact, he mentioned right here.
Yeah. Eddie's slicking. Look. He's slick.
I got it right here.
He's slicking up. Yeah.
I got it right. Hold on.
Oh, if Boots is not on the plans for Virgil in his next upcoming fight, if he beats Lubin, who would you then pinpoint in terms of, because you need a marquee opponent for his next fight? I mean, who would be the two other guys that you would pick out?
Mertzalaev, Fundora, Zayas, Abu, anyone with a belt.
Yeah, but
he said Abu. So I think you know what? You might be right. He didn't say Abbas. He said Abu. I don't know who Abu is.
That's him.
That's him. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's why I assume he was talking about, because he got a belt.
Are any of those guys realistic options?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I've noticed you've asked me a lot of questions this week. Everyone's been generally negative. So we're going to put a positive spin on it. I'm the best in the business. He's the best in the business.
Facts.
I'm going to do my job. He's going to do his job.
Facts.
And I've got to do my job because I don't want to miss this opportunity to watch this guy beat everybody. And I'm going to enjoy every moment of watching him become the pound for pound number one.
Yes.
So you heard the excitement in Boots' voice. He was like, yes. Eddie was saying all the right things, fam. Eddie was saying all the right things.
Yeah.
Best promoter in the game.
But him, that's why I'm trying to tell you that he kind of can't go for Abbas right now. It's like when Bud moved up and fought Madrimov, Abbas will be the exact same thing as Bud fighting Madrimov, right?
Yeah.
Nobody can argue with that. That will be the exact same thing equally. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I go across the board with it.
Right.
People like to move the goalposts. I ain't moving shit. So him being a champion would be fine. But he's an unknown champion. All these He's an unknown champion. You can't take the easy route. You can't go to and call out all them big names and then have the boogeyman call you to say immediately. Matter of fact, did he even respond to that? I'm ready. No. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna respond to that. I'm ready. He gonna go silent again.
The thing,
we gonna see.
No, go ahead. Sorry about that.
Now I'm about to say we gonna see if anybody that interview. We gonna see if he go back to just doing interviews with YSM. We gonna see if he go just doing interviews with everybody. You feel what I'm saying? Because with the real people gonna ask, okay, you got Bakram calling you out, telling you what's up. I'm ready. You got Turkey saying that he can't find Bakram a fight. Are you ready to make that fight?
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like that's a basic, simple question. Are you ready to make that fight? His only answer that's got to be right now is yes. He ain't no more nothing. His only answer is yes. But somebody gotta do their journalistic duty, point that out, and ask him that question, and push Eddie to make that fight happen.
The only thing is. I remember, and you're right about that with Boots fighting with Bud fighting Marjamal. The only issue is when he moved to 154, he immediately tried to fight Fundora. And I remember the video where they said, well, Fundora won't be ready. He had a broken nose. Scamps Alive said that. And then there was an interview later on down the line when it was announced that Fundora was going to be fighting. Because remember, right after Fundora beat Tim Tszyu, Errol Spence jumped in the ring and said, yeah, I'm fighting him next and this and that, yada, 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 yada. And so Scampson said that, why should we fight Crawford, who's not a draw? This is what he said. And, when we can fight Errol Spence in Dallas Stadium and we can have 90,000 fans come out to see.
I remember that.
Yeah, so the only reason why Crawford fought the other champion in Fundora is because Fundora. And so that's that typical PBC shit. That's how it was.
Coach, Coach, you gotta give me 2 seconds, man. Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
Give
No,
me
go
2
ahead.
seconds,
Go ahead.
2
Take care of your
seconds.
business. Y'all, you still there, B? All right, cool. Now he got me on hold. Y'all. He got me on hold. Yeah. So I remember that. So like some of these fights, typical PBC shit. Typical PBC shit. That's what they be doing, dog. Like they'll sit back and scams and lie so goddamn much. It's amazing to me. Like me personally, I'm not really crazy about scams and lies. I've seen him before when I was in Virginia. When I was in Virginia when Keyshawn Davis was supposed to fight Emma De Los Santos. He ended up that fight not happened because of he came in overweight. Some say he didn't even try to make the weight. And Emma De Los Santos' team pulled the plug on that.
My bad, coach.
Yeah. But go ahead. But what I was saying, I was telling the crowd about how I met Scamps and Lywitz. I didn't even say nothing to him. I saw him like, because I'm not no phony dude. If I don't like how you be moving and shit like that, and you ain't my cup of tea, I ain't gonna be flawed when I see you and be like, yeah, man, what's up, man? Hey, how you doing? I don't do that shit. So I saw Scampson in Virginia, and I'm like, he lies so much, dog. That's what I don't like about these promoters. The promoters lie. That's what they do. They lie all the time. So, like you said, with you and with B Norman Jr., with B Jr. and Devin Haney, you said y'all made that fight in 7 days. And I think the common denominator that I see with that is Turki Al-Sheikh.
Absolutely. It ain't gonna be it ain't gonna be much negotiation. Because the things that matter, he gonna pacify you. He gonna put that shit in your mouth and shut you up. So it's gonna be just like with the Boots and the Virgin. People gotta understand that. That's why it was another reason came out about, we want to unify, we wanted this, we wanted that. That's why it's always another reason. Because when you're dealing with the church, that money ain't gonna be the thing. Money ain't gonna be a thing. Location ain't gonna be a thing because it's gonna be on his turf. He's gonna pay you the money to put it on his turf. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm.
So that part ain't gonna be a thing. You know what I mean? So but he's let go though, man. Look, he can't fight a box by rule right now. No, again, because he's gonna be in the same. But I told people this too. I said he gonna mess up part about him fighting Lima-Bean. It's when the fight was first made. I said the worst part about him fighting Lima-Bean is no matter how he does, he's gonna get criticized. I said no matter how he does, he's gonna get criticized. I said that then he got to go through that waiting period of finding another opponent and actually getting it. You feel what I'm saying? So then he got to go through that part. That's going to take a process. We know it take him 6 months to find a fight. It takes him 6 months to find an opponent. Even though you got a man that he called out personally, and he called right back and said immediately, yes. Turki Al-Sheikh said he trying to find him a fight. He can't find him a fight. That's a no-brainer. Virgil Ortiz got a fight coming up. You feel what I'm saying? It's a no-brainer. I think that Barkham is a bigger test for him than Virgil Ortiz. That's my personal opinion. And Virgil Ortiz got to get past Lubin, and I don't think Lubin is no slouch, whatever. But I don't know how that fight goes. Lubin didn't look that good against his last fight, but he is a world-class fighter. Yeah. He did great against Fundora, and he only lost to Charlo. So you got to give him all the props in the world.
My thing is this. So, like you said, if he don't fight, if Boots don't fight one of those top name guys, then they're gonna
crucify him.
They're gonna crucify him. That is true. But this another thing though. He shouldn't have to wait 5-6 months to make another fight. When you being a former boxer yourself, and you know about this here. Boots made easy work of Lima-Bean. He beat him in seconds, literally in seconds.
Then he didn't break a sweat.
So he's ready to have another fight like next week if he wanted to.
Right.
So do you think that he didn't take any punishment, so he shouldn't have to wait 6 months? What say you about that?
I don't. I think that's where the business gonna come in. That's why I'm telling y'all. That's why I've been saying is Turki gonna come with Bakram. You finna get some mess. Watch. Turki gonna come with Bakram immediately.
Yeah.
Turki already looking for Bakram a fight. He's going to come with Bakram immediately, and I'm guessing he's gonna come with Bakram for that February 22nd card. Not 22nd. I'm sorry. That February card he trying to put together. and Riyadh season, and I'm guessing there's gonna be some BS behind it. I know that Eddie wants to make money off of Boots because even last night, like again, these are facts that you can't. These are the facts that's not hate. And it ain't about who does what and who do this and who do that. But we're talking about from a business standpoint, his ticket sales have been going the other way. They have been declining. You can go look that up for yourself. His ticket sales have been declining. So now, and that's called investing. So now Eddie is ready to start making his money back. Any businessman would be ready to make his money back.
Right.
He made his money back through Turkey out of sheep. That's why he secured the gold with Jaron in it so he can present the gold to Turkey out of the sheet and get paid to use his gold. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. The Turkey out of the sheet gets the guy that got the money. So, yeah, I get exactly what you're saying. Do you think?
Yeah.
We know Turkey out of the sheet don't care. Turkey out of the sheet gonna make any fight, any big fight, whatever. The money's not gonna be an issue. Do you foresee Eddie Hearn maybe not wanting to deal with Turkey right now? To try to make
Absolutely not. No, he want to deal with Turkey. Nope. He don't want to say Boots says that much. I think they're gonna try to push. I think they're hoping for because it's not made yet. Even though Bachman responded immediately and said he's ready, depending on the relationship. I think right now it's gonna depend on the relationship that Turkey got with Bachman. That's what I'm thinking. This is my guess. I don't know nothing about the relationship. That's my guess. Like if you my partner and I rock with you, right? And you come to me with something, hey man, let me get that fight. You feel what I'm saying? Because the world want to see Ortiz in it. That's what the so-called I don't. But that's what I want to see it, but that's not the top of my to-do list because he's not even a champion. You call him out champions and you throwing Ortiz in there with the champions and he's not a champion. You feel what I'm saying? So on my top of it was on top of my to-do list, it would be Bachman. And Bachman already responded. So like I said, I think after this fight with Virgil and Lubin, depending on how it goes, we'll know very quickly. But even if Virgil wins, I'm guessing that what's the name still gonna come with Bachman. That's what I'm guessing. Now I think this one's gonna be behind the scenes. I think he's gonna come with both of them. Maybe he'll come with both of them. You feel what I'm saying?
What about Oscar? Do you think Oscar would want to? Because to me, it kind of seems like Eddie Hearn is really pump faking, and De La Hoya is pump faking when it comes to making the Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight.
Oscar will. I think Oscar will.
Think it will? Yeah.
I think he will. Wait, I think he will, depending on how Virgil looks with Lubin. I think he will. If Virgil looks good with Lubin, he absolutely will. I mean, he on paper and people, he's more tested. He's more tested. He's been knocked down. He's been in some real fights. He's been in some fights where he had adversity. That's what you need. You need to go through them kind of fights to build a fighter. Your fighter's not gonna be perfect from beginning to end. That's what people don't understand. You're not gonna. Terrence Crawford wasn't perfect from beginning to end. Terrence Crawford got hurt. Terrence Crawford got arguably dropped by what's the name? Victor Poster, by Mean Machine. Right. It happens. It happens to every last one. What's his name? Canelo.
Got hurt against Gamboa too.
Exactly. So it happens. Yeah, it happens. It's part of boxing. It's part of boxing. It's gonna happen, and I think that's a very important part of growing a fighter. Is going through those adversities, getting cut, getting dropped, getting hurt. All of those are perfect. Then it's about what you do when those happen. That's how you build a elite fighter. You don't just think you got this weapon that just ain't nothing gonna ever happen to him. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you also got divine intervention. You feel what I'm saying? Shit happens. Motherfuckers get caught. Motherfuckers get hit in the wrong spot. I keep bringing up Bacoli when Joseph Parker had grazed him on top of the head.
Yeah.
He had that big man dancing everywhere. That was a whole lot of weight.
Yeah.
That was a whole lot of weight. He didn't hit him with a good shot. He grazed him in the right spot. Divine intervention. Trying to tell you. Everything happens. So I think if he does good against Lubin, I think he's definitely ready for that fight. I think Oscar would absolutely put him in that fight because he stands a better chance of being a battle-tested fighter than the other guy. So, I mean, yeah, I think he would definitely go for it. Now, do I think he would beat the other guy? I don't know about that one. Bachram, like I said, is a better test.
Now, you know what? Now, I kind of do like the Bachram angle for, you probably say like February or something of that sort. I'm gonna tell you why.
Right.
And see, I gotta explain this to you because you've been a boxer, a retired boxer yourself. You might can get where I'm coming from. And I'm pivoting a little bit. The reason why I don't like to compare fighters, whether it's Crawford, Canelo, Boots, Usyk, whoever the top level fighters are, even your son, the Devin Haney, whoever, right? To the older school fighters, the greats like the Ray Robertson and stuff. And I'm gonna tell you why. When they go to talk about this guy could fight in any era, or he would beat, they probably can fight in any era. I don't know, but that could be debatable. But he would beat this guy, beat that guy. The reason why I don't say that is because it was a different criteria, and those guys fought with smaller gloves, like the Ray Robinson, my favorite fighter of all time. They fought with smaller gloves. They fought randomly. They fought on not random, but on the regular. Like someone like a Ray Robinson. He was running through the welterweight division. He had trouble getting fights, so he moved up the middleweight, fought Jake LaMotta, and lost. You get what I'm saying? He lost a decision to Jake LaMotta. Had a tune-up fight 2 weeks later. And then he had a tune-up fight 2 weeks later. And then I want to say he fought him at welterweight, 140 to 140 something. And then he moved back up to the fight Jake LaMotta a week after the tune-up fight. So he lost to Jake LaMotta like the earlier part of the month. 2 weeks after that, had a tune-up fight, and 5 days after the tune-up fought Jake LaMotta again, and he beat him in a unanimous decision. So I don't know how many fighters of this era and fighters like that did that all the time can fight under that criteria.
Them boys bad. None. That's why you can't do that. Yeah. I'm agreeing with you, Coach. You can't compare across the board. Yeah. Your era is your era. I mean, without the one, you wouldn't be here. Without them going through what they're going through, and you seeing what you saw, and people, even with the skill set, you know what I'm saying, it evolves. You get what I'm saying? Now, I'm with you on that, Coach. You can't compare the two. Them boys were warriors. 15 rounds, smaller gloves. Look, same day weigh-ins. Yeah. They fought more. Like, they fought a lot more fights. Like, come on, bro. It ain't even a question. Yeah. Them boys are tougher than leather. You feel what I'm saying? Nah, ain't even a debate when it comes to them. So that's why that's why people need to in a era like I don't understand them making a comparison because of course they're gonna go to this who it is, a Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford. Yeah. That you can kind of make that comparison. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's the modern day era and it's the same rules, but this is what's different. What's different about that era is the killers that was in it. And I'm not saying that Bud didn't fight no killers. Yeah.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Listen, the level of competition was different.
The level of competition.
The level of competition was different. Those guys some of those guys were a lot more killers, a lot more stronger. Right. Like I said before, and then the reason why I don't like to compare the eras because like from back in those days, I'm like, these dudes didn't have the sports science and the sports medicines that they have today. They didn't have
all the snack. They ain't had a snack.
They didn't have snack. They didn't have strength and conditioning coaches. Right. It was your chef was your wife. Look, baby. Yep. You know what I mean?
True story. Yeah.
She made your meals.
They ain't had ain't no that nutritionist. Yeah. Nutritionist.
No.
None of that.
No, I totally agree with that. And this is why I don't compare. And there's no comparison. Well, I don't care whether it's Crawford, whether it's Floyd or whatever. I'm like, man, I don't know if them dudes could have fought under those circumstances. Same day weigh in, 8-ounce gloves. Like shit. It's a lot of these dudes that's undefeated now. They would have got their ass whooped back then.
Hey, Coach, these motherfuckers in Coach, they in cryo chair therapy, cryo chambers and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for real.
Cold. They getting shock therapists, they muscles and shit. They doing every goddamn thing, man. It is what it is, man.
Hey, but listen, listen, brother. I really appreciate you. I'm excited about the upcoming fight. You and your son and Devin Haney have. I got a lot of love for Dev. I got a lot of love for your son, and I'm gonna do everything in my part to promote the hell out of this fight. I'm anxious about this fight, bro, and I appreciate y'all, man, for just stepping up to the plate. all involved making the fight happen, man. I appreciate y'all.
For sure, man. This how the young generation. This how the young generation doing it. This how it's supposed to be done. I expect Devin Haney to move no different than he moving right now after this fight. You don't expect Brian Norman to move no different than he moving after this fight. Y'all better put your other guys that you put on these high ass pedestals, and y'all better hope they move like this after. You know what I'm saying? After they fight, that's what you better do. You know what I'm saying? You better hope the guys that you're talking about that was in that last previous era. When, you know, at the tail end of Floyd Mayweather, you better hope they step up and start fighting other people and putting their ass on the line and putting their life on the line and putting, you know what I'm saying? Putting it all out, hang out there. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all better hope they start doing it like that. You feel what I'm saying? Devin Haney doing it, Brian Norman doing it, these boys is putting it, they putting it all on the line. They putting their face card on the line. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, hey, man, that's how it's supposed to be done. I appreciate you, Coach. I appreciate the promotion. We got to go get ready for Debo Dale.
Tuck your chain. Tuck your chain. Tuck your
we
chain.
We got to get ready for Debo Dale. We got to go, you know what I'm saying? He got Sugar Man Julie and all them with him, man. You know, he got all the bodies, everybody all boiled up in one. So we got to figure out how we going to overcome that seven-headed monster over there. You feel what I'm saying? So we going to see what we got to do, Coach.
All right, salute, fam. Shout out to B. Norman Senior.
All
Salute,
right,
brother.
dog, for sure.
Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, man. Like I say, I don't know if these guys could have fought under those conditions. So that's why I don't like comparing them. I don't like comparing it at all. There really ain't nothing to compare. You know, I take a logical approach to it. Could you have performed under those conditions? 15 rounds, same day weigh-ins, quick turnaround. Shit, you know, Ray Robinson fought. Like I say, him and Jake LaMotta fought. Got them in 2 weeks. About 3 weeks after he lost to him when he first moved up to middleweight. You get what I'm saying? So you know, it is what it is. So I mean, that's just the way I see it. Hey, I'm gonna drop these phone lines 530-494-9636. Y'all call the show. And as I said before, that's why I don't compare the errors. You know, Jaron Boots Ennis, he beat Lima-Bean. He got paid 2 cheesesteaks. It is 2 Philly cheesesteaks. It is what it is. I think 2 cheesesteak sandwiches.
You want to talk some shit? Call me. Start some shit, bitch.
Sup, fool? You gonna talk shit about me, homie? Where you from?
Hundreds of niggas is waiting for your motherfucking call, and they all talking shit about you right now.
Call the coach at 530-494-9636. We waiting on your bitch ass. Hey, shout out to Pork Chop. I heard the Red Jones our earlier, fam. Shout out to Antonio, what you say, fam? He said he became a new member. Salute to you, fam. And shout out to Mr. AGR, who gifted 5 people memberships. Let's give them a round of applause. Shout out, Mr. AGR. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, boy, that criteria is a mug. Yeah, I never argue with a nigga about that. I do. You ain't got no argument with me, man. Go argue with somebody else, fam. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Coach, this is Elton from Baltimore.
Elton from Baltimore, talk to me.
Hey, I'm just calling to talk trash about the last call for real, man. Y'all gonna stop hating on Dale. Y'all know he from the deep East Oakland with the now later Gators. Y'all know he gonna do it later for real. He finna whoop on everybody, man. That's all I want to say to y'all.
Hey, shout out to L, man. Be more stand up. I don't know. I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I know he's just joking. I know. I'm like, man, I don't know what was said about hating on him. I would give both of them props. I'm like, man, shit, they fighting each other, bro. They fighting each other, man. Both dudes putting their O's on the line, and you know, if whoever win or lose or whatever the case may be, you know, I mean, they doing it. They doing it, bro. I respect that. Like I said, with Turk Island Sheik, he gonna pay you the money, but you gonna fight. And that's what it is. Caller, what's your name? We calling from?
JD from New York.
I'll salute you, fam. Jamie, talk to me.
Hey, Coach, what's happening, man? Coach, real quick, man. Let me ask you something because I never heard of this before. What the hell is the best pound for pound fighter in waiting? Can you explain that to me, please?
Now, you know, that's something that Eddie Hearn came up with. It's for marketing purposes. We do that to put a little hyperbole on the situation, to hype up our client. Eddie Hearn is the man, is the promoter. I am the attorney. And so that's what we do in order to get people excited.
All right. Well, according to Eddie Hearn, the phenom from Philly is ready to take over boxing. They sounded convincing, but I still don't believe him, man. I need to see it in the ring. But, congratulations to Boots Ennis, on your victory. I
I still feel that this man had no business in the ring with Boots. But this is Eddie Hearn's work. He found him the softest touch he could possibly find. But Boot did his job, man. He won. You know what I mean? But he made easy work of that guy. He can only fight whoever dares to get in the ring with him. Everybody's afraid of him. So that's what I'm hearing. People are scared to get in the ring with him, but we'll see. But yeah, look, man, the man won. The man won, Coach. You got to give him credit, bro.
Unified champion. Unified champion.
Hey, bro, we got to put some respect on that IBO belt name, bro. It's prestigious. I'm telling you, man. That's the most important belt out there. And I heard he's unified. Good for him.
WBA. WBA got a WBA intern as well.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But look, man, what I like best, at the end of the fight, he was calling everybody out. That's the way you're supposed to sound like when you're a real one, when you're young and you're hungry. That's a good step in the right direction. And that was a long list on his hit list. So, which is good. I was happy to hear that. But Boots said he's ready. So we're gonna see. Almost 40 fights, I guess, 30 plus, whatever it is.
He don't have 36 fights. 36 fights.
36.
Yeah, 35.
36.
He's 35-0, 1 no contest, and 31 KO. So yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. I hope this is the last tomato can he fights. Yeah, that shit has to stop. But hopefully he gained confidence, from Saturday night, and he goes after Ortiz. That's what they're talking. So we'll see, man. You know what I mean? We all want to see that fight. There's a bunch of motherfuckers you can pick and choose on 154. No more tomato cans, please. Hey, Eddie Hearn, man. Step your game up, bro. You're looking bad right now. Salute to Philly and salute to everybody in the chat. I'm out.
Hey, salute for him. He said Eddie Hearn looking bad. Eddie Hearn looking like a champ right now. This is another thing too, right? Now, as it relates to the Virgil Ortiz situation, I don't want to put all this on Boots because listen, Golden Boy, they keep tomato cans over there, so I don't know. I don't trust Oscar De La Hoya either, bro. I don't trust Eddie Hearn nor Oscar De La Hoya. You know who I trust in boxing? Turkey Al-Sheikh. See, people saying that the path to undisputed for Boots is going to be hard. No, it's not. The path to undisputed for Boots is very easy. Guess who the answer is? It's Turkey Al-Sheikh. Turkey Al-Sheikh can make sure Boots get paid for the fight. Bakram, Fundora, Abaz, and Xander Zayas. The path to undisputed at 154 is very easy. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
This is Jamal from Alabama, Coach.
Jamal from Alabama, talk to me.
Man, Coach, look, I'm a recovering Wilder maniac, and the Jaron Boots Ennis thing remind me of Wilder. Fought a whole bunch of tomato cans until he fought that real killer, and he won a fight since.
No, man. No, you can't. No, to me, he way more talented than Wilder, though, man. Boots, he's a switch hitter. He can box from the orthodox stance, the southpaw stance. He got quick feet. He got twitch muscles. You get what I'm saying? He's Crawford 2.0. He's Roy Jones 2.0. He's the best thing since Philly cheesesteak. So there's really no comparison between Boots and Wilder, to be honest. Now Wilder did have that equalizer though. Wilder had that equalizer.
Coach, it's just like Boots have all them fights in Philly. I would go into the fights in Birmingham with Wilder. Man, I thought he was the best thing since sliced bread until he fought a real fighter, Coach. But I'm out, Coach.
All right, salute, fam. Hey, look here, man. Y'all got to stop the Boots hate. The Boots hate. Listen. The Boots hate, hold on, another thing too. I ain't trying to get nobody to snitch, but you can call me. Get in contact with Coach Malachi at 530-494-9636. We trying to track this guy down. Whoever made this meme said Jaron Ennis' career be like, and then door number 1, tune up. Door number 2, tune up. Door number 3, tune up. And door number 4, tune up. You guys are going to have to, we trying to find who made this, because I'm trying to get this guy arrested. We want to bring him up on federal charges. We want to put him in the federal courtroom, and we want to give this man some time. Whoever made this, making mockery of my client, must pay the price. You dig? True. And I'm watching y'all. Anybody who left a nasty comment, this guy say the tune-up champion of the world, we pressing charges on you. Jamie said, Boots. Okay, now Jamie ain't say nothing bad. Schoolo said, bro, the internet ain't ish. Okay, we ain't gonna bring charges up on you. This guy say, Boots, the eye test champion. Yeah, we bringing charges up on you. This guy say, facts. Boots is a tune-up specialist. We bringing charges up on you. This guy say, the tune-up king. We bringing charges up on you. This guy say, we want Mojo Jojo next. He say, we not playing no more games with these jokers. All right, we watching you. We gonna put you on probation because you ain't saying nothing. You know, you said some kind of sleep, but don't worry about it. We got LaJessica right here. She say, don't go through that door, Boots. It's a setup. So she's warning our client. Thank you, sister, for reaching out to us, letting us know. This guy say, so his last fight to unify became millennial at 147 to get Stanionis was a tune-up. Yeah, Stanionis wasn't nobody, dog. He was just a flat-footed Ukrainian. You know, I ain't gonna lie, Stanionis ain't nobody. But that's neither here nor there. So this guy say, the buddy he just fought was ranked number 9. And may I add, he was the IBO champion. And this was a unification bout. They fought for the IBO title, and the WBA intern belt was vacant on the line. So Boots is the only 154-pound fighter that's a unified champion. Sebastian Fundora was that, but he got stripped of the WBO, and Xander Zayas became the WBO champion now. So now there's only one unified champion there. This guy say, just say you a Boots hater or you just don't know boxing. Okay, this guy say he don't know boxing. Okay, we're going to keep him. He works for Tomato Cans or Us, the law firm of Tomato Cans or Us. We got him working on the payroll. He's a good attorney. He's a good attorney. I love him. This guy right here said he looks like Kell Brook right before he sold his to Triple G. You get what I'm saying? So anybody that this dude say tune up Messiah, we definitely bringing charges up on you. You going to jail. You going to jail. You trained out of dreams. You going to jail. I'm telling you, dog, be on the lookout. The police is coming. True. The po-po is coming.
Now, I am the number 1 contender. I'm tired of James the Poodle, Grim Reaper, whatever you want to call himself, ducking me. All right, I'm tired of man driving around town and 8 Rolls Royces. He ain't fought nobody. I'm still in a bro hand.
You know, at the law offices of Tomato Cans or Us, Esquire, we are here to defend any fighter that's getting misrepresented in the media. The media and the people, the YouTube boxing channels, comment section, Twitter comment section, you know, Reddit post, Facebook boxing groups. We are here. We're looking to bring lawsuits up on anybody who's scandalizing and dismercifying my client from Philadelphia name.
We must internalize the flatulation of the matter by transmitting the effervescence of the Indonesian proximity in order to further segregate, to preclude on the issue of world domination would only circumcise the revelation that reflects the aphrodisiac symptoms which now perpetrates the Jericho's activation.
Is there anyone from Philadelphia that would like to call the show to address the hate? Anybody from Philly? Do you have the nerve to call the show and represent for your boy? I'm representing for him from Tampa, Florida. You know what I mean? I am attorney Coach Malachi. You know what I mean? I am attorney for, you know, Tomato Cans or Us Associates, and we are here to defend anybody. Anybody from Philly, y'all call the show.
I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anything you say, 5. Go ahead, ask me a question. Did you? 5.
Yeah, man, 530-494-9636. I'm here. The phone ain't ringing. Ain't nobody calling, so I'm like, damn, do a nigga got something to say? I'm not even from Philly. I'm defending this nigga. Can y'all just call and goddamn? I'm giving you a layup. I'm telling you, I'm giving y'all the talking points. Lima-Bean was ranked in the top 10 in 3 sanctioned bodies. He's heavy-handed. He was the IBO champion. You know, they fought for the IBO title as well as the vacant WBA title. So as I said before, he is now a unified champion. So I don't hear nobody talk about that aspect of the game. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Good afternoon, Coach Malachi. This is Kate from Philly. What's going on?
Kate from Philly. Talk to me, fam.
All right, man. So check it out. we know Boots just had this fight this weekend now. I'm not delusional, right? So we already know that Lima wasn't nobody that we supposed to take serious. You know what I'm saying? He's like a little stepping stone. Now Boots got baptized into the division. Now any fight after this and he don't take no real smoke, I'm gonna start looking at him a little funny. But as of now, I ain't gonna press him too much. He went in there and did what he was supposed to do. Now let's see what Virgil do. If Virgil be moving, then that's next up. You feel me?
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. But Brian Norman really gave me something to really be optimistic about. I'm not sure about Oscar De La Hoya. I've been very critical of Virgil Ortiz as well. Oscar seemed like he's full of shit as it relates to trying to make that fight. However, I do remember when Boots was at 147 and Turki Al-Sheikh offered them a deal to fight Virgil Ortiz instead of fight Stanionis. They're like, look, we already know you'll beat him. Just move up to 154 and fight Boots. I mean, fight Virgil Ortiz. And he said that no, he want to stay and become undisputed at 147, only to fight Stanionis, unify, and then end up moving up anyway. So it to me, it seems like that both sides is pump faking, and I'm taking a I'll believe it when I see it approach. But anything is possible as long as Turki Al-Sheikh is involved, in my opinion.
Most definitely, and I feel you on that. Boots got to show and prove, right? We can't give Boots the crown and he ain't earned shit yet. I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? And both sides is looking like some funny money right now. But let's see. Time gonna tell us. You know what I'm saying? But that's my call, Coach. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. Salute, fam. Hey, shout out to K from Philly, man. Shout out to K from Philly. Now, I will say this. Bakram said he's ready. Now, if I'm somebody like a Boots or a Virgil Ortiz, I'm gonna tell you why I jump on Bakram. When was the last time Bakram had a fight? Now that don't mean that you get what I'm saying? Hold on. When was the last time he had a fight? I mean, he ain't no Crawford. Crawford only fight once a year. So, let me see. When was the last time he had a fight? Let's see. I know that. I think the last time he fought, he beat Virgil Ortiz. Let me see. Last time he fought, he beat Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, hold on. But that's been how long ago? So he rested right now. Carla, hold on. This is what I'm saying. He rusty right now. For me, because they saying Bakram some kind of killer, I'm like, cool. Well, somebody got to prove that he not no killer. Last time Bakram fought, well, he beat Tim Tszyu October last year, fam. This man ain't fought. Listen, October 19th to be an entire year he hasn't fought. This is the perfect time to jump on him. If you believe in a fighter being rusty, not being in the ring, this the perfect time to jump on him. Man ain't fought in a year. Caller, what's your name? You calling from?
CJ from the 504, Coach.
CJ from the 504. Talk to me.
What's up with you, man? Hey, I'm gonna start with the Jalil Hackett fight. Jalil Hackett versus Barnes. That was a really good fight, and that was an action-packed fight. He did very good with his combination punching. What I want to see more from Jalil is for him to stay more defensively responsible inside that pocket.
Absolutely.
Because man, that dude was throwing some haymakers, and I felt like he was getting hit with some punches that he really didn't have to take those shots at all. So even if he could get in and get out and kind of reset and then come back into the pocket, you know, and even getting his head off the line when he's throwing his combinations, just keeping his head off that line. So like I said, man, that dude shouldn't have been able to hit him with those punches at all. But that was a real good fight, good knockout. Boo. Either Lima really was not that good, or Lima was really good and Boots just made him look like he was nothing. You remember when Charlo fought Erickson Lubin? Erickson Lubin's a real good fighter. Erickson Lubin got knocked out in the first round. I mean, he's built his way back up since then. But a lot of people were calling Lubin, not everybody, but a lot of people were calling Lubin a bum. They were saying he's not that good. He got knocked out in the first round. Sometimes you just get caught with that one shot, and it just, it throws your equilibrium off. You can't bounce back from it. And Boots caught Lima with that good right uppercut. You know, so yeah, man, either Lima just not it, and Boots is the good, Eddie Hearn just found that dude from the garbage can somewhere.
Yeah, if you listen to when Jalil called, he literally found the man from the garbage can. This guy's been boxing. He turned pro in 2019. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you, fam. You know, with all jokes aside, Lima is not no good fighter. He's not a good fighter. I don't know how he got in the top 10. He got the IBO belt. Doggone Jalil Hackett. He's supposed to have been in the ring with Jalil. Jalil got 11 fights. He's supposed to have been in there with Jalil. I agree with you that Jalil do need to be defensively sound. It like he threw caution to the wind when it comes to defense. That is true. I 1000% agree with that. But that's just how he fights, man. He like getting hit and he like to, you know, he gonna get some. He gonna take some punches in order to get his off. That's just how he fight, bro.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. But even like if he take a page, if he watches even like a Bud, when Bud is in that pocket, he's throwing his combos, but he's also watching what his opponent's gonna throw too. And he braces. He actually brings his hand back up and he braces for that impact. You know, and he sees everything before it happens. So like I say, maybe that's one thing he could work on. Because like I say, man, Jalil, he threw some hellified combinations. But like even the commentator said, he was like, man, Jalil's not really moving his head when he's throwing. But like I said, he's young, man. He can work on things like that. That's why they go to the gym and work on that type of shit, man. The boy good, man. But yeah, I want to see Boots, bro. I want to see Boots fight a Virgil. I want to see him fight a Bachram. I want to see him step up his competition. He looked like the damn phenom, because the boy looked like he got it, man. The boy fast. His movements, his footwork, everything looks like it's there. But, bro, we got to see you do it against somebody, bro. We riding with you. We just want to see you do it in the ring, bro. But I appreciate the call, Coach.
Shout out to CJ 504. Yeah, like on the real, he very well could be everything Eddie Hearns and everybody in Philadelphia is saying he is. He very well could be that. It's just, I think the frustration is people want to see it. See, this is the thing too, right? It's not like he's 20. It's not like he's 20 and 0 when we're hearing this. This guy's, he got almost 40 fights. He don't have 36 fights. 35 and 0, 31 knockouts and 1 no contest. So they're like, you get what I'm saying? Shout out to the lovely Miss Connie. Hey, okay. Dropping that. Damn, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Miss Connie said, she said, Coach, did you pay attention to Bosey's face while Eddie was talking? And when he was done, he told Boots that, come on, let's go. No, I didn't see that. No, Miss Connie, I didn't see that. No, Bosey, Bosey. Hey, wait a minute. Bosey was like, look here, man, this nigga, he laying it on kind of thick.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Hey, he said he was laying it on kind of. All right, Eddie, you going a little too far now. You laying it on kind of thick now. Hey, shout out to B. Norman Sr. Hey, okay. Dropping that half for bam, dub on your boy.
Hey, Leroy.
Super chat received.
Playtime's over, boy.
Heard what he say? He say Brian Norman versus Devin Haney was made in 7 days. Bachram and Ennis can get made now. Those are the facts. That fight can get made right now. In Turkey Al-Sheikh, we try.
Down from the bar, there's a platform stage. People pimping, sharp as razor blades.
Look, Bachram fought last October, 2024. The man hasn't fought since then. It's been an entire year. This is the perfect time to jump on him. By the time he get in the ring, let's say he fight on Turkey Al-Sheikh February card. Now that's gonna be what? That's a year. That's gonna be 14. That's gonna be 16 months. He's been out of the ring. 16 months. February next year gonna be 4 more months. That's gonna be 16 months. This is the perfect time to jump on him. If you're scared of him, I don't want to hear nothing about no. Now this how you know when people are kind of afraid of you. This how you know. When you hear people go to talking about, oh, I don't want the 10-pound rehydration clause for the IBL belt. When they go to talking about that, the 10-pound rehydration clause and, oh, bro, hold on, wait. That's the 10-pound rehydration clause for the day of the fight. Because what happens is they have a day before weigh-in, And then they have a same day weigh in to where you can't rehydrate no more than 10 pounds past the day before a weigh-in fight. So if you are as good as they say you are, that shouldn't be. This is why I tell y'all, you can't compare these niggas to Sugar Ray Robinson them. They was having same day weigh-ins, 15-round fights, 8-ounce gloves. These niggas talking about some, yeah, dog, see, I don't want the 10-pound rehydration on the day of the fight. Yeah, but after they weigh you the day of the fight, you can rehydrate to whatever you want to rehydrate to. Don't tell me that. You can't convince me of that shit. You wasting your breath trying to talk to me. Talk to somebody else about that shit. You can't tell me shit about that. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like these niggas be making too many excuses. I'm used to motherfuckers like, look here, man, I don't give a fuck who got the belt. We finna go get him. We finna go get him. Do you get what I'm saying? We finna go get him. That's what James Toney would have said. That's what Roy would have said. Yeah, we finna go get this boy here, man. Oh, fuck. Okay, well, let me get that belt off of him. Then I want to go get the belt off the other dude. I'm not saying every fighter did it, but I'm just saying, like, you got certain guys, they was cut from that cloth. So if you tell me that a guy is cut from that cloth, I have revisionist history to where I can look at fighters who I knew who when they said they was cut for that cloth, I saw the actions that they made. The reason why I like Turki Al-Sheikh in the game is because Turki Al-Sheikh removed all obstacles. He moved the promoter out the way. He moved the fan bases out the way. He moved the excuses any fighter can make out the way. How much money you want, baby boy? Cool. How much money you want? Cool. All right, well, I want y'all to fight tomorrow. What's up? Of course, I'm using hyperbole with tomorrow, but you got what I'm saying. Yeah, I want y'all to fight. You gonna fight him, you gonna fight him. And then guess what? With Turki Al-Sheikh, the promoters loses power. Why? Because you're not dealing with their matchmakers. The promoter gonna match their fighters up into a lot of fights that you automatically know they're gonna win before they fight them. That's what good matchmaking does. We're gonna build your record. You know, I'm talking about the modern day matchmaking. Ain't like it was back Ray Robinson, Jake LaMotta, and Willie Pep them days, and Henry Armstrong days, and Ali days. Jump into the 60s and 70s, especially the 70s, the Ali days. You see how goddamn who Ali fought. And we ain't talking about the Black Murderers Row and all that, but we just talking about, well, I ain't even going there. I can go there, but I ain't even going there. I'm talking about I got to get blood on here. Blood of Bruce Gas. Bruce Gas, those guys are kind of like boxing historians. Like, they can educate you on this shit. You get what I'm saying? That's why I fuck with them. My main man, Boxing Gyms too. He kind of like a historian as well. A lot of these modern day cats, they don't know nothing about that. So, when I throw that out there, motherfuckers go looking crazy. I'm like, shit, I know you probably couldn't afford in that era because you niggas crying about, yeah, man, well, I got the same day weigh. Okay, well, I just weighed yesterday. What you mean I can't rehydrate the 10 pounds until the next morning? I'm like, bro, like, that ain't nothing. If you catching bullets with your teeth, like they say you will, what's that? Do you get what I'm saying?
I am sick of hearing these bullshit Superman stories about the Wassa legendary Bruce Leroy catching bullets with his teeth. Catches bullets with his teeth? Nigga, please.
Hey, shout out to Coach. Coach, what you say, fam? Coach says some shit. Hold on. Oh, let me see something. What Coach at? Coach, where you at, fam? Coaches say great ex-boss has been co-signing Boots for 2 years now, telling everybody how good Boots is with 35. Hey, this is another thing too. Hold on. I gotta address what T Coach is saying because this is my biggest gripe with. This is my biggest gripe. Hold on, somebody sent me a text. This is my biggest gripe with the retired fighters of the past, like the Antonio Tarvers, the Paulie Malignaggi. Well, Paulie a little bit more like a lot of people don't like Paulie, all that shit. I ain't got no problem with that. Me personally, I don't get caught up in another man's emotions. How you feel about someone else emotionally is not a reflection on me, nor should how I feel about someone emotionally should be a reflection on you. You got to judge people according to how you see it, right? But the problem I have with the Roy Joneses and those guys, like, it's like now that they retired, they don't got soft. They be making excuses for niggas. They be like, yeah, man, you know, well, this guy, this and that. And I'm like, when you fought, like, Oscar De La Hoya, perfect example. I'm like, dude, Oscar, you came up in the era to where you fought everybody, fam, in their prime. You didn't wait to fight them. You fought them in their prime. The Ike Cortez, the Tito Trinidads. Julio Cesar Chavez passed it, but that's neither here nor there. You beat him twice. You fought doggone the Vargases in his prime. You know, like, dude, like, look at all these great fighters that you fought. But as a promoter, you put your fighter in the witness protection program. You trying to give Virgil Ortiz accolades for stuff that you did when you was a fighter without him putting in the work. You get what I'm saying? So that's another thing. I'm like me, I ain't finna hold the water. I'm like, look, dog, like if this dude what you say is, all right, that's why I told you the worst thing you could do to me is brag to me about how great your fighter is. Don't compare him to any of the sugars. Because when you go to talk about comparing him to the sugars, I'm gonna see if he moving like sugar. Shout out to Brandon. What did she say, sis? She said that's because Oscar thinks as a promoter now, not a fighter. You facts. Hey, Brandon, you right about that. True. He thinks as a promoter, Brandy, but he thinks as a scary promoter. Dane say James Toney hasn't got soft. Fact, James Toney haven't gotten soft. You right about that. Lights out. Like, look here, man. You got to do good, but you know, see, listen. This is how you define how great a fighter is, right? Now, I will say this. We don't have a bunch of great fighters in today's era. You know, we got some solid, okay fighters. We got some solid, okay fighters. You ain't got but a handful of great fighters. You ain't got but a handful. But then you got some dudes that's nails tough. That's, bro, like, they want the smoke. They hit hard. They gonna fight. They can make adjustments in between rounds. You got some dudes who have grit. I think that's the word I'm looking for. The gritty fighters. Grit. Like Leon Spinks, I think he had like 7, 8 professional fights. He beat Ali 76, 77, somewhere up in there, somewhere around there. Ali went back and fought him again to beat him. But my point is, he had the grit to get in there. Now, Ali was old, but that's neither here nor there. Ali, not too long ago, had no beef for him. Then I think he ended up fighting, what dude that broke his jaw the first time? Ken Norton again and this and that. So, bro, like, let me tell you something. I don't want to go down this old school road because I go down this old school road. I'm going to be on this road all day. Bro, just look at all the motherfuckers Ali fought in the 70s. We ain't even talking about the 60s. The 60s, he was in his prime. The 70s, he was past his prime. Look at the motherfuckers he fought in the 70s, dog. Like, a lot of them dudes, like, look at the motherfuckers he fought in the 70s. Nigga, that shit was brutal. You don't have that level of brutality in today's boxing. Because you don't have those type of fighters like that no more. You got some damn good ones now, but you know, you got the Haneys, you got the Shakurs, you got the Tanks, you know, the Boots, you got the Virgil Ortiz, I guess the Charlos, you got and then you got the Canelos, you know what I mean? You got the Crawford, you have the guys who I would look at as the top of upper echelon at the moment. They the older guys, Alexander Usyk. Y'all know I love Usyk. What I love about Usyk is he got an old school mentality. This guy traveled to other people's countries, beat their champions, and take their belts. It's kind of hard to top that in today's time. Who going to other people's countries on consistently? You can say what you want to say. I'm like, okay, I'll come to your country, Tyson Fury, and beat you. Or I'll come to your country, Anthony Joshua, and beat you twice. I'll come to your country, Tony Bellew, and beat you in front of your fans twice. One time. I go in this tournament to become undisputed at cruiserweight, and go to Russia, beat a Russian in Russia in front of Vladimir Putin. Take your belt. You ain't gonna find no fight in America that's gonna do nothing like that. Who gonna do that in America? Motherfucker be, man, I ain't finna go over there and fight that dude, man. I fight him in this country. If it's close, then they gonna rob me. Which is a natural fear to have. But Usyk don't have that fear. Usyk like, you know what? I'm gonna beat you so thoroughly in your country, in front of your judges, that they ain't gonna have no choice but to give me the fight. Do you get what I'm saying? They ain't gonna have no choice but to give me the fight. That dude cut from a different cloth. It's as simple as that. That dude cut from a different cloth. So I don't compare nobody to Usyk. Now he in a category of his own. In the modern era, in my eyes, he is. That's just me. That's just my opinion based on my boxing criteria. And I told you guys, I have a boxing criteria. No YouTube channel out here have about. I had my boxing criteria since I started my channel. I got 5 things I look at. What's the level of competition? Who you have fought over a period of time, right? How many top 10 fighters have you fought? Did you dominate? If you was there for a long time, did you dominate the weight division? How many career-defining fights have you had? And did you fight the best in the division? That's my criteria. My criteria ain't based on hyperbole. It ain't based on YouTube videos. It ain't based on Instagram followers. It ain't based on TikTok followers. It ain't based on that, whether you went viral on TikTok or not. It ain't based on none of that. It's simply based on my simple five principles about my boxing criteria. That's it. I hold every fighter under that standard, whether it's a black fighter, white fighter, Mexican fighter, whether he's from Africa, Germany, whether he's from China. I don't give a damn where he's from, what his nationality, race, color, creed is, religion. I look at, that's what I judge every fighter on, that right there. And then what I do is I like to look at, okay, how this fighter has performed over a period of time. Some fighters are young, so you really can't really judge them too strong right now because you got to give them time. Like Bam, one of my favorite fighters. I like what I see coming from Bam Rodriguez right now at such a young age. I think he like 24 or something of that sort. Bam a bad motherfucker. You want to see a good boxer on the inside, mid-range inside fight game, great footwork, Bam Rodriguez. So, but what I do is the young fighter, I'm like, no, I got to give this dude some more time. You know, we got to see, he still got some more years to develop. Let's see what he do over a period of time. Then we can sit back and, you know, because we living in the microwave era of boxing, where people want to see what you can do, you know, like, you know, you get what I'm saying? Like, I do get the criticism of Boots and stuff like that, and he get the criticism because he's been receiving a lot of hype for the past few years, even when he was over there with Showtime, and it transferred from Showtime to now to Eddie Hearn, right? And we see how it's been working out. Nobody is above reproach. From what I've seen since I've been online, everybody been getting it. Everybody. You get what I'm saying? And that's just a reality of the situation. But as I said before, if you tell me, Coach Malachi, that your fighter is Mum Raw, he better be fighting Lion-O. If you tell me your fighter is He-Man, he better be fighting Skeletor. If you tell me your fighter is Optimus Prime, he better be fighting Megatron. If you tell me your fighter is Godzilla, he better be fighting King Kong. If you tell me your fighter is the Big Boss Man, he better be fighting Bam Bam Bigelow. Don't tell me your fighter is Optimus Prime, but he fighting Snarf from the Thundercats, Papa Smurf, the Care Bears, Mojo Jojo, Rainbow Bright, Mr. Snuffleupagus, the Cookie Monster, Big Bird, and you telling me because he beat Big Bird and looked like a superstar that he the greatest thing since whole kid cheese? True. I'm like, I ain't going for that. I ain't going for that, fam. I don't know about all that. You do know he fought whole kid cheese, right? You do know that, right? I'm not the boxing fan that says, you saw what he did to Lima-Bean. Just imagine what he'll do to Bakram, or just imagine what he'll do to Virgil Ortiz. No, I don't want to imagine it. That's the problem. Y'all live in the realm of imagination. When I say y'all, I'm talking about those who practice that. You saw what he did to Shorty Big Nuts. Just imagine what he'll do to Coco Beware. I don't want to imagine it. I want to physically see it. You want to know why? Because you bragging about this nigga just a little too. You telling me this dude's Superman. If he's Superman, he better be fighting Darkseid. Why he ain't fighting Darkseid? Why he ain't fighting Captain Zod? I'm just asking a question. Because my criteria is different from these niggas today. I don't want to imagine it. I want to see it. And excuse my French, but shit, man, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit you niggas talking about. Because if your fighter ain't fighting the dudes who the top guys is supposed to be today in this division, don't tell me about he'll do A, B, C, and D. He passed the eye test. I got bad eyes. I got cataract in my left eye and glaucoma in my right eye. So I don't see what you see. I don't give a damn who it is. I shut anybody down on. I'm like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? I hear what you're saying, fam. It's cool. It is what it is. I get it. I do get it. I do understand the modern day time that we're living in. But bro, having a criteria is very important to me. And the reason why having a criteria is very important is because it gives you a measuring stick to judge every fighter by. My criteria ain't got nothing to do with swag, putting butts in seats. Are you a ticket seller? I don't care about none of that shit. I'm like, you know, at the end of the day, boxing is competition. It's like in football. The only way, how do we know that Philadelphia Eagles was the best team in the NFL last year? They won the Super Bowl. They had the best record in the NFC or in the NFL, I don't remember. And they had a playoff to where they beat all of the guys in the NFC. Think they beat us. Did they beat us? They beat the Bucs in the NFC. They beat the top team. They got the first round of the playoffs if you have a bye week. Then they got the divisional round. And then they have the championship round. And whoever win the championship round of the playoffs go to the Super Bowl. So it's the best in the play, and they got to play the other guys. They proved that they earned the right to get in the Super Bowl based on who they beat in the lead up to getting to the Super Bowl. Same thing for Kansas City Chiefs. They did the same thing. We didn't say, man, look what Kansas City did to the Dolphins or Detroit. Just imagine what they'll do to such and such. We don't have to imagine it. We don't have to imagine it. Do you get what I'm saying? We don't have to imagine it. We're going to see it. We don't say, well, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see the Philly play the Chiefs because we already know Philly gonna win. It don't work that way. They do that over here in boxing. Only in America they do that in boxing. They got niggas getting paid with cheese. This man got paid 2 Philly cheesesteaks, fam. Lima-Bean got paid 2 Philly cheesesteaks after the fight. That was his payment. Literally. They got it on video. Gave him 2 Philly cheesesteaks. Here you go, baby boy. You did a good job. You did a good job. You did a good job. You get what I'm saying? Eddie, you did good, Eddie. That was supposed to been Jalil Hackett, Lima-Bean came, but you came through, Eddie. You came through. He's supposed to be fighting Jalil Hackett. Do you get what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is this. And don't get me started about, as I said before, this Virgil Ortiz shit, Oscar De La Hoya. I have confidence in Turki Al-Sheikh. I don't have confidence in Eddie Hearn. I don't have confidence in Oscar De La Hoya. I don't have confidence in any American promoter. None of them. I know Eddie Hearn from the UK. All they're going to do is lie and pump fake and protect their fighters. That's what they do. They put these niggas in the winning protection program, right? For the most part. Not all, but for not every fight, but for the most part. This man got 35, 36 fights, dog. 36 fights. 35-0, 31 knockouts, and 1 no contest. It's time, fam. It's time. I remember when Don House was criticizing Deontay Wilder. True story. I tell y'all this story all the time. This was 2014. Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack was interviewing Bermain Stabern. And Bermain Stabern was in the process of fighting. What's the dude name? Chris Areola? What was the heavyweight name? He Mexican. I forgot the dude name. Who that was? Hold on, let me look him up. Bermain Stabern. Let me look him up. Who that was? Who that was he was finna fight? Yeah, Chris Areola. Chris Areola. And I think they fought in 2013 and they fought in 2014. So this was 2014. He fought him. They fought for the vacant WBC title. I think that belt was vacated by Vitaly Klitschko. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I think that fight was vacated by Vitaly Klitschko, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong. But it was vacant, right? Around that time, they interviewed, Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack interviewed him, and he was asking him about Deontay Wilder's power and all that stuff there. Ellie was glazing Wilder, of course, what he normally does. And Bermain Stabern looked over Don House, who is Deontay Wilder's current trainer. He looked over to his right. He said, House, come here. So House came over there, and he said, yeah, what's up? He said, ask House what you just asked me. And then Ellie was like, yeah, man, what do you think about Deontay Wilder and this and that? And Wilder, he'll do this and he'll do that. Reporting. He was saying all that shit right there. And Don House say, man, look here. Look, let me tell you something. Now, you say this guy is what? You know, this guy's 35. I think Wilder was 35-0 at the time, or almost 40-0. I think Wilder was almost 40-0, somewhere up in there. He say 35, 36-0, somewhere up in there, right? Let's see what Wilder. Let me see. No, Wilder was 32-0. Wilder was 32-0 when he fought 31-0 when he fought Bermain Stabern. I'm looking at it right now. He say, look, this man don't have over 30 fights. Who did he beat? Look, man, this man, he say, is a well-known, this is what Don House said. He said, it's well known in the sport of boxing, as Boxing Insider told me, that Deontay Wilder has had a well-choreographed career. This is what Don House was saying in 2014. Then, of course, 2015, Wilder beat Bermain Stabern unanimous decision. He became the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, and the rest is history. And then he ended up losing he lost to Tyson Fury. Wilder lost to Tyson Fury twice and all that. Y'all know how that shit is. Wilder ended up losing to Tyson Fury and all that stuff there. You get what I'm saying? So, but this is what he was saying back then. Well, choreographed career. It's on video. Ellie Sucker Nigga Nutsack. It's on his channel. So, the only way we're going to know who is whoever y'all say the top guys are, they got to fight each other. That's how they did it in the old school. There's no hypothetical victories. There's no hypothetical pound for pounds, meaning that there's not a track record that we can see to justify why you should be pound for pound. The criteria is a lot easier. Like B. Norman C say, man, they got cryo chambers now, strength and conditioning coaches. These niggas got shelves. These dudes have massage therapists. These dudes have snack. They got snack now, all different kind of products you can take, you know what I mean, legally to help you recover and this and that. And they hardly fight. They don't fight like they did back then. So the criteria is different. No same day weigh-ins, no 15 rounds. So the conditions are a lot easier in today's time. You get what I'm saying? I'm not saying boxing is easy. It's not. But I'm saying as it relates from a condition standpoint, the conditions are a lot different in today's time than it was, you know, just a few years back. You get what I'm saying? I'm talking about past 25 years. past 25 years and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, like the conditions is different. You get what I'm saying? So, but that's my view. I take a common sense approach to it. I don't get caught up in no hyperbole. You know, I don't get caught up in no bullshit Superman stories. Like, I keep everything in the context of my boxing criteria. And I'm strict on that. Yeah, I be like laughing, joking around, and fucking around and shit, capping sometimes. I do that for entertainment purposes. But when it come down to the nuts and bolts of it, I have a boxing criteria. That's what I go by. Let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah. Yeah, see that's what I go by. I keep my criteria. I keep my criteria. That's where I go at. Shout out to IG. What did it say, fam? I'll pull you up. He say coach grew up on the real boxing. Yeah, it's a criteria, bro. It's a criteria. It's simple. It's the same thing in my neighborhood, right? He said most boxers are ready to retire at 30 years old. Boots just getting started at 28 years old. Yeah. Shit, at this rate, Boots will be 15-0 in a minute. But my criteria, again, I'm gonna tell you why. The reason why I have that criteria is because it keeps everything in its proper perspective. It gets rid of the hyperbole. It takes the emotion out of it. It takes the emotion out of it. So, okay, let's look how it line up. And this is what I tell y'all. When you go to comparing, and one thing that Booger Ray Leonard said that I totally agree with. He did a video. I played it before on this show. I'm going to pull it up again. He said, this is what we got to stop doing. We got to stop comparing these young guys to the greats. You do them a disservice when you compare them to guys who are doing way more than them and have done legendary stuff in the sport. You do them a disservice because when you go to comparing them to the greats, it puts a bigger spotlight on them. Okay, is he moving like the greats moving? What is his accomplishments? Is he accomplishing the things that the guy who you comparing him to do? Because that's how I'm looking at it. I'm like, nah, I don't see what you see, baby boy. I'm not finna argue with you about your opinion. Your opinion is based on how you feel. What I'm saying is based on a criteria that I'm going by. A factual criteria. What do I mean by factual? Because that's the president that Marvin Hagler said. That's the president that Sugar Ray Leonard said. That's the president that Sugar Ray Robinson said. That's the president that Archie Moore said. That's the president that any of the Willie Pep said. That's the president that Cassius Clay and Muhammad Ali, same guy, said. That's the president that George Foreman said. That's the president that Lennox Lewis said. Oscar De La Hoya said. Tito Trinidad said. Bernard Hopkins said. James Toney said. That's the president that they said. Ray Mercer. Evander Holyfield. You sure you want to be compared to those guys? Because you got to walk in their shoes. Because once they start comparing you to them, you got to walk in their shoes. Are you prepared to do that? I don't want to hear that from your online fan base. Your online fan base, I don't care nothing about what they talking about. They ain't got no boxing criteria. They shit is built on hyperbole and how you look fighting tomato cans.
But this bum is taking the easy matches, fighting other bums.
Did you get what I'm saying? Anybody, any good fighter, elite fighter can look great against tomato cans. Can you look great like that against somebody who's just as good as you? Or somebody who can crack, who ain't gonna go down in a minute and 48 seconds? Who gonna be there every minute of every round? Nah, my nigga, I'm still here. Yeah, you felt that, huh? Yeah, you caught me with a good one, but I just caught you too. Oh, you gotta make some adjustments now, huh? Yeah, this shit ain't what you thought it was gonna be, huh? Nah, I ain't finna fold like the mother niggas folded, dog. Nah, I'm gonna be here all night, dog. All night long like Lionel Richie. Do you get what I'm saying? Shout out to La Jessica. Shout out to the judge. What it say? Jessica say facts. Yeah, that's how I see it. That's how I see it. That's how I see it, Jessica. Just like that. That's how I go by it. I don't give a damn who the fighter is, you know, what the race, color, creed is, all that shit. I know what it is. And guess what? If a fighter lose, that don't make him a bad fighter. Some of my best fighters got losses. Some of my favorite fighters got losses. A loss don't define you. You know what define you? How you bounce back from that loss. Did you get what I'm saying? How you bounce back? Because boxing is an imitation of life. I look at boxing like life. In life, you're going to take some L's. Everybody in the chat don't took an L. So how you going to make mockery of a fighter for taking an L in the ring when you take L's every day in your life? True, true, true. You ain't going to beat everybody. Very few people lead the game undefeated. If it was that easy to be undefeated, and guess what? You can lose to a guy who may not be better than you. He was just better than you that night. Any given night, a motherfucker can lose. Then you might be in there with a live dog. That nigga might be like, yeah, man, that nigga, it's gonna be a long night tonight, dog. Yeah, it's gonna be a long night tonight. Yeah, man, I'm favorite. You know, yeah, man, it's gonna be. I don't care what you favorite, but it's gonna be a long night tonight, dog. This shit ain't gonna be sweet tonight. I'm putting combinations together, throwing punches and bunches. Nigga, I ain't slipping. I'm on point tonight. I done done my homework on you. Everybody who step in the ring with you, they scared and shaking like booty meat before they get in the ring. How you gonna perform when a dude come in there and he ain't scared? He took your best punch and he looking at you like, man, that's all you got? Man, these niggas told me you punch hard. That's all you got, fam? I'm finna go to your body, see how you like them body shots. Let me chin check you. Well, let me rough you up. You want to go on the inside and try to muscle me? Let me show you you ain't stronger than me. Let me show you you don't hit harder than me. Yeah, you better switch that shit up. I ain't that last nigga you fought. Do you get what I'm saying? It's a whole nother ball game. True, true, true. Whole nother ball game. What makes a fighter great, like Sugar Ray and these young fighters that has yet to be determined whether they're going to be great or not, they took chances. I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to bet on myself. I think I can whoop him. Sugar Ray Leonard did that. Ali did that. Sugar Ray Robinson did that. Yeah, I'm finna fight this mother. Like Sugar Ray Robinson lost. I told you he was running through the welterweight division for the most part, right? And then he ended up, Sugar Ray Robinson won over 100 fights in a row, something like that, right? Something like that. And then, no, he was like 100 and something. Well, let me see. Well, let me pull Ray Robinson up. I gotta pull his resume up, but I specifically remember he had a loss and he went on a run. Sugar Ray Robinson, my favorite fighter of all time. And I remember when he fought Jake LaMotta. And my Uncle Benny, who put me on boxing, that was his favorite fighter. He loved Sugar Ray Robinson. He loved Sugar Ray Leonard. My uncle was born in the 30s, so, and he watched, he used to listen to the radio because they didn't have a TV at that time. It was like 13 of them. My mom and all, they were like 13 of them, right? My mom was born in the 40s. My uncle was born in the 30s. And like, he the one put me up on Ray Robinson. He like, this dude can fight any style. However you want. He can fight on the front foot, back foot, mid-range, inside. You get what I'm saying? Angles. It ain't nothing he can't do in the ring, right? So that's who put me up on Ray Robinson, my Uncle Benny, R.I.P. Uncle Benny. And he spoke about this fight in particular with Jake LaMotta. He said he moved up the middleweight. He lost to Jake LaMotta in the decision. He moved back, so he wanted to fight. He fought Jake LaMotta 3 weeks later. 3 weeks later. 8-ounce gloves, same day weigh-in. He took a tune-up in between the 3 weeks he waited to fight Jake LaMotta. And he moved down in weight. He fought a dude at like 140-something. He weighed in at 140-something catch weight. No, I don't want to say it was catch weight because he fought, it was at 140-something. I think at welterweight or something like that. He fought Jake LaMotta at 160, moved back down to welterweight, defended his title or whatever the case may be, moved back up to fight Jake LaMotta again within a 3-week span, and he beat him. And when my uncle told me that story, I was so impressed. I said, he fought him 3 weeks. He fought him 3 weeks later. Imagine fighting a nigga who whooped you 3 weeks ago. And then to move down in weight, to cut weight in 2 weeks, to go down and fight a motherfucker at welterweight, and then move back up to fight the dude who you lost to 2 weeks prior to having the tune-up fight? True. Man. Bro. Hey, shout out to Lady Sam. Lady Sam, what's going on? Bro, you know how hard that is, fam? Bro, like, who your favorite fighter is? Can he do that? I don't care who your favorite fighter is. Can he do that? That's all I'm asking. 15 rounds, same day weigh in, 8-ounce gloves. Can your favorite fighter do that? Anyways, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So when you go to talking about your fighter would have whooped all these niggas old school, I'm like, yeah. I don't even argue. I don't even argue. Okay, yeah, nigga. No, what I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna argue with you. Yeah, nigga, whatever you say. Yeah, whatever you say, fam. It is what it is. Y'all know what time it is, man. We want to dedicate this show to the hood.
I want to thank the whole hood who came out here. I love y'all. I did this for the hood. Y'all know I beat that boy.
Yeah, man. So I just want to let you know that's my criteria. Now, my criteria is looked upon as hate. Oh, that nigga hating. Nigga, say what you want to say. You're not addressing the merits of my criteria. Because I don't agree with you, I'm hating. I don't give a damn. You listening to me, though. If you feel I'm hating on your favorite fighter, why are you listening to me? Why listen to the hate? I clearly got a boxing criteria, you don't. Your criteria is just, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's how I look at it. I'm just saying that's how I look at it. You get what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, nigga, you feel I'm hating on your fighter, why are you listening to me? Just like you freely brought your ass over here, you can freely leave and go back to your mama house.
True.
I don't give a damn shit.
True.
You dig?
The fuck? Fuck you all rolling up on full cuz?
He must don't know. He can't know.
Huh?
He can't know.
Yeah, that's why like I don't get caught up in the like Floyd, one of my favorite fighters, but I'm like, man, the TBE, that's good for marketing purposes and stuff like that. That shit sound good, but I'm like, yeah, dog, it's you was great for your era. You was great for your era. You TBE of your era. That's the context I put it in. Did you get what I'm saying?
Sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
Hey, shout out to Tony. Shout out to Dr. Tony. What'd he say? Dr. Tony say, Coach, synthetic testosterone has been around since the 30s. Abada just came to the scene. Okay, that's fine and dandy, but you saying all that to say what? You said all that to say what? What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? You get what I'm saying? Like, what does that got to do with that? What does that have to do with that, what I'm talking about? These niggas still ain't doing it. These niggas got sports science, sports medicines, hyperbolic chambers, shit that help them recover fast. They got strength and conditioning coaches. They supposed to be better than those guys, more athletic. You saying all that to say what? Shit, you can miss me with that bullshit right now. Shout out to Miss Connie. She say, oh wow. She said, what you say? What I missed was I talking to my neighbor. Oh, you were talking to your neighbor? Yeah, you can miss me with that bullshit. You get what I'm saying? Anyways, shout out to everybody in the chat. It is what it is. Shout out to Dr. Umar.
I got a new program coming out for the ladies. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. It's called Lunch with the Doctor. You make a $500 donation to FDMG Academy, ladies. $500 donation to FDMG Academy, and you get a free lunch with Dr. Umar, restaurant of your choice in the state of Wilmington, Delaware. I said we got a new program called Lunch with Dr. Umar. Private lunch. Ladies, you got to donate $500 to the FDMG Academy, and I will take you to lunch, private lunch, any restaurant you want in the state of Delaware. It's called Lunch with the Doctor, and it costs you $500. You don't pay for the lunch. I pay for the lunch. Any restaurant in the state of Delaware. Oh, yes. Brothers, don't hate. We got to stop hating. Brothers, we got to stop hating. Don't hate, my ninja, because if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your wife if she want that luncheon, if I ask your baby mom, do she want that luncheon with the doctor, we know what she gonna say, ninja. Don't test my intellectual gangster. If I roll up on your girlfriend, your live-in prisoner, you call a girlfriend. If I roll up on your live-in prisoner, your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend, who ain't there because she want to be, she there because she got to be. If I roll up on your romantic prisoner, my brother, if I roll up on your romantic prisoner, you call a girlfriend who living with you because she got to, not because she want to. Do she want that lunch date with the doctor? Do your wifey want that lunch date with the doctor? I think we all know the answer to that. Me and you are not the same. I keep telling you that. Me and you, we not the same. You not 6'3", dark chestnut Cocoa Brown with the North Philly beard. You ain't Leo King. Ninja, you ain't Pan-Africanist #1. Nobody flying you to every continent to hear what you got to say. Only me. Don't make me take my t-shirt off and turn into King Kong right now. Don't make me beat my chest. Don't make me beat my chest. King Kong. Stop playing. Yo, shout for season, man. Shout for season, man.
Hey man, King Kong consciousness. King Kong consciousness. Dr. Umar, all of you ladies in the chat, you got an opportunity to get a husband. Dr. Umar, we looking for 2 wives. Hopefully you're qualified. You can get 2 wives. You can get a husband, a Pan-African movement. Shout out to the face of boxing. This is all you got to do. This is all you got to do to be great in today's time.
Hey, yeah. Oh, that look good.
Yeah, man, it is what it is, man. Shout out to the Bronze Bomber.
Don't ever forget, when I found you, you was strung out on coke. When I found you, you was like a big house, contemplating about killing yourself. So don't you ever forget who brought you to Big Time Box. I drugged you back. I brought you back. I provided food and put food on your table for your family to eat. And I'm doing it for the second time. So don't you ever forget that.
Hey, man, we're going to give everybody a shout out right after these messages. Shout out to Lady Shan. The lovely Miss Connie. Can't forget about the Jessica. Can't forget about Summer in November. Salute, sis. Shout out to B. Norman Sr. My young brother Jalil Hackett. Shout out to G5 from the Bronx. Shout out to IG. Salute, fam. Hey, can't forget about my main man, CJ from the 504. Let's see who else we got in the building. Schoolo X-Man in the building. Jamie from New York. Let's see. Shout out to Dr. Tony. Shout out to Dr. Paul Evans. We got 2 doctors in the building. Shout out to who else we got in the building? I'm starting to see some of the same. Oh yeah, shout out to A-Sound T. A-Sound, salute, brother. Let's see. Shout out to Sha Cool Hands. The Cardenas. Let's see. Shout out to King. T Culture. MB813. Yeah, 128 and 1. Facts. 128 and 1. Yeah. 128 and 1, huh? Shit, but you gotta be honest. I don't give a damn how good you is. Had how many goddamn fight whoop a nigga like, I'm like, man, you know how hard it is? You know how hard it is, man? Shit, nigga, please. Nigga, hands hurting. You got brittle hands, somewhere like a Florida. Like Florida had brittle hands, so you got brittle hands hurting all. You know them motherfuckers hands hurting all the time, bro. Man, shit. Anyway, shout out to Brandy, Sweet Like Candy. Who else we got? Shout out to Troy Graham. Shout out Cool Hands. Let's see. Who else we got in the building, man? I'm trying to see some new names. We got to say the name. J-Rock, DC Stand Up. Shout out to H-Town, man, the lovely Miss Sheila. Tony Montana in the building. Yeah, man, it is what it is. He said what he say. He said it don't get no goldish than that. My God. Hey, yeah, for real though, boy. I'm like, man, shit. Bro, I'm just saying the criteria, man. Like niggas had to fight. Man, niggas had to like that, bro. They had to fight for survival. Bro, I'm like, man, shit. Listen, if you got dudes complaining about, I don't want to fight for the IBF title because of they same day weigh-in category, that tell me right there you couldn't have made it. Take you out of the, yeah, I would have fought in any era. Nah, you know you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Nigga, you won't fight for a certain belt because you don't like the same day 10-day rehydration clause. No, not 10 day, 10-pound rehydration. Because they weigh you the day before the fight, and then the morning of the fight, you cannot rehydrate no more than 10 pounds. You complaining about that. So we know you couldn't do same day weigh-ins 15 rounds with 8-ounce gloves. At least that's my logic. Because if you're not willing to do a softer version of that in 2025, nigga, don't tell me you would have did it if I was there. That's what I would have did. Nigga, please. True. Yeah, right. Hey, what you say? Shan said they had to fight for their next week's meal on the table. That's a whole nother category. Hey, Shan, that's a whole nother category. Even though "nother" is not a word, but that's another category right there. That's a whole different set of circumstances. Whole different set of circumstances. You get what I'm saying? Like this shit sweet today in comparison. But again, boxing is not sweet. But I'm saying in comparison. Now, what I like about Turk Al-Sheikh, he like, look, you know what? Nah, you niggas got to fight. I'm going to pay you the type of money that you want. But you got to fight this guy. We going to move your promoter out of the way. You ain't dealing with your promoter, your matchmaker. He going to get a cut from you, whatever. We going to move yours out the way. Nah, baby boy, this is what it's going to be. These are the terms. These are the terms. This is what you're going to fight under. It's simple. We got a 1-page, half a paragraph. We got a 1-page contract. I'm going to pay you this. You going to fight him for this amount of money on this day at this location. It's as simple as that. I ain't saying it's a 1-page contract, but I'm using hyperbole, of course. But you get what I'm saying. It's very simple. What you want to do. You dig? G5, salute to you, fam. Y'all know what time it is. You know my motto. Don't mean that, beat me there. Peace. Matter of fact, hold on. Shout out to Summer in November. Shout out to Loading. Shout out to Willie Sumlin. Everybody in the chat on the other side. Naj, Freddie, HBCU Spotlight, Sonny Augustine. Look like they playing with the names again. I don't know what the hell going on with YouTube, but it is what it is. I'll catch you guys on the next one. You did?
Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go. Man, I'm out of here, bro. Let's go.